There we go.
All right. So, after your adventures on Gumdrop Mountain, you came back and got the scrub down of your lives.
Oh God, yeah.
You are all clean and you're back at the tavern. The people have cheered for you and they're had a meal in your honor and all like that. And unfortunately, the side effects affected some of your party members more than others. So they're in bed sick as dogs. But your constitution actually held up. Katie, yours, you just kept cleaner than everybody else, even though you were dirty. You didn't eat anything nasty. And Justin and Jeffrey, y'all are just so used to it. It's just like, it ain't nothing to you guys. So y'all three are downstairs eating breakfast in the tavern, waiting to see how sick your party members are and just kind of chilling. And all of a sudden, you see an invitation pop up in front of you, Jeffrey. And it just lands right in front of you. And it's got a nice, beautiful purple seal with a C on it. And on the front, it says, "You're invited."
Am I like, what am I doing? Am I sitting at the table eating something?
Probably eating rolls, yes.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Y'all just finished up breakfast and you're just kind of hanging out. The doctor's probably come to look in on your compatriots, and y'all are just kind of hanging out because you're the only ones that aren't affected by anything.
Okay. So I'm going to take a big old mouthful of food, and then I'm going to glance at the invitation, pick it up, and wipe my mouth on it.
No, Jeffrey, give me that. Give me that.
Hand it to her.
I tried to snatch it out of his mouth. Good God.
All right.
Yes. Damn it, Jeff.
It's got biscuit flakes and a little bit of jelly and some butter all over it.
His coffee cup while he was distracted. Hit
it. Yeah, I poured some of that on there by accident. I'm a mess.
He's gonna wait for one of the barmaids to go by, just grab the towel off of her skirt. I'm gonna open it and, God forbid, see what's inside.
All right. You open it and it's blank.
Oh, great. Great. See what you did? You done. Messed it up. Look at that. Done. Wiped all the ink off of it. Is there anything on the back side of it?
It just says "You're invited," and it's got the purple seal that you opened.
Okay.
Do I recognize the seal?
Do an investigation check, or no, do a history check for me.
Oh, history check. Oh, great. That would be wisdom.
No. It should be a history check. It'll.
It's your intelligence modifier, but.
Yeah.
Yep.
11.
11.
I know nothing.
Yeah, it kind of it clicks that you've seen it somewhere, but you have no idea where.
Jeffrey, I'm not giving this to you. I'm just gonna hold it up to his face and be like, "Do you remember this seal? Do you remember? Hey, stop putting the biscuit in your mouth and look. Look at the seal."
Do you look at it?
I got a 9, but I did look at it.
Okay, when you look at it, you instantly recognize it's your old school buddy Cornelius, who is a pretty famous wizard now. And as you look at the invitation, words begin to appear for you. And you kind of hear his voice in your mind, and you're like, "You are cordially invited to attend a murder. I, Cornelius, will be hosting a murder mystery party at my home. You are invited to attend this event and help solve the case of my untimely demise. We will start in the evening with hors d'oeuvres and mingling, followed by a spectacular dinner prepared by my personal chef. After dinner, you will find me dead, and it would be up to you to determine who amongst the guests is the murderer. I shall endeavor to play the best corpse that I can, but you must excuse the occasional chortle as you stumble through my clues. Magically yours, Cornelius.
Okay, so in other words, the whole time Jeffrey's just staring at what looks as a blank sheet of paper.
Yeah, just
Right.
staring at it intently.
Yeah.
And like
I'm
there's a little post note at the bottom, and it says you are allowed to bring 2 guests to this party.
Great. Jeffrey,
All right.
Jeffrey, hey,
I'm gonna stop reading it and look at him and kind of like through my mouth full of muffin, kind of spitting a little, be like, "You guys want to go to a party?"
oh God.
Seriously?
And after he says this, the doctor comes downstairs and he says, "Your party members, I tell you, I don't know how y'all survive going through all that muck, but they've got a really, really bad case of a stomach virus, so they're going to be out for a couple days at least. But don't worry, you know, we'll take care of them and put them up here, and they'll have the best care since y'all are the heroes of the village and all."
Do you like to party, Doctor?
Jeffrey, no. We're going with you. We're going.
I don't have time to party. Unfortunately, I have a lot of work to do.
I support your decision.
If there was one there, I'd just flick it. I would flick it.
It's already bad enough that you were playing.
And he just kind of nods to you guys and walks off.
And I kind of turn to them
Are we
and go,
done?
who is he talking about? Is the alligator okay?
If not, we just have gator tail.
Could you
I
not?
need some new boots.
Y'all know that
It's not
Steve's pretty close guarding Jenna up there, puking her poor little guts out.
Hey, Doc, remember what Alex says? She doesn't have scurvy. No matter what, there's no.
Yeah, it's just straight up dysentery.
Yeah, it is. It's straight up dysentery. Just.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So I relay the contents of Cornelius's letter, so they actually know what the hell I'm talking about, even though they probably think I'm just crazy because it's a blank sheet of paper.
Yeah.
Yep, he's crazy.
Yeah, we already know that. We know this, but unfortunately, like I said, his handler is sick. So if he's gonna go, we have to go with him.
And Jeffrey, you know that like Cornelius, he's a very powerful mage, but he's also a very playful person, and he plays pranks a lot, and like he always has his birthday as his 40th birthday, although he's like probably as old as you are.
Jesus.
Oh God, he's the drag queen wizard world.
But he's like very powerful. I'm talking like Elementster level, if you know.
Okay.
You know, Forgotten King realms. So.
Yeah, I'm telling them a little bit about him, just like, yeah, he's super powerful wizard, but he's totally down to clown. Let's go.
What?
Let's roll.
Oh shit. Fine.
And the rule of tonight is if you want to do it, you do it tonight.
No inhibitions and no pants.
Oh God,
Great idea.
Jeffrey, put your pants back on. Put them back on. Do not take them off the table.
He's a wizard. He doesn't wear pants, does he?
Who knows what's under those robes?
All I see is him shifting in his seat, so I'm just taking extra precautions.
Another
All
roll
right,
here.
so
Go for it.
Geez.
what else is left from the breakfast table here?
While he's eating, I'm gonna go outside to the alley.
All right.
I was just gonna kind of like take my robes and do like the kangaroo pouch and just dump plates in it for
You
later.
got like some half.
Doing that,
Yeah.
I'm going out to the alley, to the heap of trash that's out there.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's gonna make me so sick. I'm gonna look for that damn blanket.
Didn't I get a new blanket?
Is the blanket still on the heap where it was last time?
Unfortunately, trash has been taken off by this time.
Is there any like crappy blankets or anything? Since they all have dysentery upstairs, I'm pretty sure they're shitting all over the blankets up there. Somebody's probably throwing out really nasty bed linens.
Ugh.
So yeah.
Yeah, there's some nasty like torn up blankets there, but nothing that really fits what you threw away.
No wool blankets. Great.
Not really.
Extra rough wool.
Yeah.
Really nasty, crusty, covered in crap. Yeah. No. All right.
You know, when you're a hermit, you don't actually have laundry service, so
You're not
You've gotta
outside.
make
You're
do.
still inside with Jeffrey. You shut up. All right. I go back in to see Jeffrey like scooping fucking the table into his kangaroo pouch.
Jeffrey, you want the rest of the bill?
No.
Yep.
No. Finish your fucking breakfast, Jeffrey. You have enough in your pouch.
So Jeffrey, you got some scrambled eggs, a couple half-eaten rolls because you like took bites and forgot, so they were all half-eaten.
Yep.
And
I
some
am grabbing
oranges.
coffee pot.
And some oranges because Alex demanded oranges with every meal in the fear of scurvy. So you got some nice orange slices in there. And
Sweet.
The only thing I'm not letting him take is the coffee pot. I've commandeered the coffee pot. I'm just pouring my tankard full and just setting it on our end of the table way over here and just stop! Damn it! God, why? Why do you hate me so much? Why?
So how we get?
If don't one of you have an alligator we can ride?
No. I'm a wizard just like you are. You being unfortunately the more powerful of the two of us should have a teleportation spell.
I've got gust of wind.
Okay,
Do
your
you have
parts do not help.
If we have a sail, you could hold on to it and we could get going that way.
God, no.
She stole your blanket and lost it. You might as well have her figure something out.
Can I punch him in his non-existent nose, please?
do an Arcana check, Brian.
All right. Is 15.
15. You sense that there is a spell associated with the scroll, and it jogs your memory that normally he has the invitation itself leads you to the doorway to enter into his domain, because his domain is like a pocket dimension is where he lives. So and you're trying to remember the words and you're struggling a little, but then you remember that he last year used the phrase party time and you just had to shout it really loud.
All right. So I'm going to yell party time really loud for no apparent reason in the middle of this tavern. Trust me, it's a party in my pocket.
Oh, great. No. Wonderful. I trust you with nothing.
And as you do, like, the invitation spits out confetti like one of those little poppers, and you hear the little horns go, and it's like a little trumpet, and then like this little light shoots out from it, and it goes out the door.
Oh God, I love you so much.
Magic.
Okay. Let's just so we follow that thing. All right, let's go.
All right. So
All right.
off we go out the door.
You go out the door.
What?
And
Nothing, Jeffrey. Nothing. Let's
Did you
just
say coffee?
no. I drank all the coffee. There's no coffee. Let's go.
Damn it.
So sad.
And then you go, and it cuts right into that alleyway where the trash can is. So y'all head down there, and in the wall of the alleyway is all of a sudden, when the light hits it, there a door forms. It's a wooden door with a brick archway over it.
Oh,
right.
I wasn't here a minute ago.
Oh, let's go in. I walk through.
Oh,
Yeah.
I walk in right after him.
Well, when Justin goes to walk through, he just kind of runs into the wall and falls back a little. But when you approach, all of a sudden the door opens because you have the invitation, and it opens and you're able to walk through.
I guess it's after you, sir.
I turn around and look at Thomas and realize his nose is missing. You go like, "Oh God, that must have hurt really bad."
Gotta take one for the team sometimes.
Did your nose go through the gateway and not the rest of you?
Oh, Jeffrey, sometimes you do amuse me so very, very much. Oh, after you, bronze and no brains.
Okay, bearded wonder.
All right, so you guys are following me in here then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as you come out the other side, you walk into a field of flowers, and it's a bright sunny day. It's beautiful, which is kind of weird because you just walked from it wasn't rainy, but it was kind of dour and the clouds were out. So it's a beautiful, bright, sunny day. And in front of you is basically like a mage's tower, but instead of being a normal mage's tower, this one is made from all different architectural styles, just kind of shoved together in various ways and realms. It kind of looks just kind of all over the place. And there's a path that leads to it with the door. Y'all go up to the door, and it flies open, and there's a younger boy. He's not a child, but he's a younger boy standing there, and he looks at you and he goes, "Oh my, more guests. Oh, this is exciting. This is so exciting. Do you have your invitation, sir?"
I give him a Werther's original.
Oh, thank you, sir. That is so nice.
Don't put that in your mouth. Don't put that in your mouth, kid. Don't.
Oh,
No clue where that's been.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Did you want it?" And he offers it to you. "I'm sorry. Did
No,
I take your candy?"
Whenever you go inside, act like you love it. Throw it away.
Oh,
It's
okay.
definitely it's not in a wrapper, and it's got a little lint to it, and it's stuck to his fingers.
I promise you, kid, you don't want to eat that.
I won't do anything to you. Just go ahead and eat it.
Yeah.
You are horrible.
He's like, he's like, "Okay, do you have your invitation, sir?"
Jeffrey, where's that piece of paper? Seal.
I act like I lost it, and then I pull it out from behind his ear.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God! I'm a mage in training, but Mr. Cornelius, he doesn't do that kind of stuff around me. So that is awesome. Do you think you could teach me that wonderful magic?
No, don't.
I've got a trick where I could take your nose, and I nod to Thomas.
No!
Oh my goodness, sir! You are a vast wizard of power. And he kind of bows to you, and he's just like, "Whatever I can do." My name, by the way, is Diz Iberon, and I am Cornelius's intern, and I do all kinds of stuff for him, and I'm gonna learn to be a wizard just like you guys and save the world one day.
Well, that candy I gave you is magical. You should eat it straight away.
And he pops it in his mouth, and he gets a look on his face, but he smiles through it. And he's like,
I warned you, kid. I warned you.
And he kind of looks at you, and he's like, "I can feel it working now. Mr. Cornelius says sometimes it's pain, no gain."
Exactly. And can we come inside now? It's sunny and hot.
Wait till you go to the bathroom, kid.
Sir, I would totally let you in, but I have to have your invitation. I'm sorry, it's part of the magic.
I just pulled it out of your ear, kid.
Yeah,
Hand it to me, Jeffrey. It's still in your hand.
I'm not going to just snatch it out of your hand, sir. That would be rude, and rude people get punished. That's what Mr. Cornelius says, and I don't want to be punished.
Well, we'll see about that. I give him the invitation.
"Oh, thank you, sir." And he glances at it, and he's like, the wizard Jeffrey. Oh, you're old school buddies with Mr. Cornelius. I am so just enamored with you.
You
Y'all
talk a
are
lot.
just great. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. That's what Mr. Cornelius tells me to. But come on in. The other guests have already arrived, and we'll be having dinner shortly. But first, it's mingle time. And he opens the door and ushers you into the foyer kind of room. And there is a doorway that, well, not a doorway, an archway. And you can tell in the main, like, banquet room is, well, not banquet room, I'm sorry, but the main living room kind of area is 3 other people are in there kind of moseying around. And there's an hors d'oeuvre table.
All right, I'm going to make a beeline to the hors d'oeuvre table, and I'm going to undo my kangaroo pouch of leftovers.
Jeffrey, what the fuck are you doing? Stop it, Jeffrey! Oh my!
It's customary to bring a gift to a function.
That
like
is not
this.
a gift. Those are nasty ass leftovers. Put them back.
Don't be rude. Rude people get punished.
Yeah.
He brought a gift. Let him share his gift. They're old school buddies. You heard the little boy say. They're used to this. They'll be fine.
Thank you, Thomas.
And you see the other 3 people kind of look at y'all like, what the hell? And Diz comes over and he's like, oh sir, well, thank you for that. Are they magical too?
Every last bite.
Diz, do me a favor.
Oh my god.
Get it out of here. Get it off the table. Throw it away. Get it as far away from him as you can. All of it.
And you see Diz like he runs to the corner and grabs a basket and runs back and starts shoveling it in. And he's like, thank you, Miss Wizard Jeffrey. I will save all this and hopefully it'll make me a better wizard.
You're going to have to eat all of it, young man.
And I pull the kid up and I'm like, from one wizard to an apprentice, throw all that away and act like you never saw it. And I let the kid go and I just pat him on the head and I push him out of the room.
And he looks confused, but he exits the room for a little while. And then there are 3 people that are all looking at you like, what the hell?
I'm just the hired help. Don't look at me funny.
I want to make a perception check to take in like what these people look like. So that is, where's perception? That's gonna be 21.
Okay. Well, you see 2 women and a man. One of the I can't talk today. One of the women is very old. And she almost looks like she's dressed like an owl bear, which is kind of odd, with big glasses and feathers and fur. And she's very ancient. And then there's another lady there who is a high elf. She has dark leather on and she has weapons head to toe, but she is very beautiful. And she is kind of looking at you like she's just trying to judge what you guys are made of, basically. And then there's a man in the corner. He is a large, rotund man with silken robes that are green, and he has jewels covering every part of him that is possible. He has big necklaces on. He has big old rings on each finger, and he is just kind of nasty looking, and he is just looking down his nose at you guys like.
Being another wizard, can I do a check to see if I recognize any of these people from any of my school at all?
You can.
Yeah, it probably makes more sense for her because I'm not actually a wizard. I'm a sorcerer, so they probably turn their nose up at me since I never went to like a school for my magical abilities.
Yeah.
14.
No, you don't really recognize any of them. You get the sense that the male is probably into some dark magic.
Great.
You just sense that off of him. But the other two, you don't sense any magic, and you don't really recognize them from anywhere.
Nobody I would have learned about. Great.
No.
All
All
right.
right. So I'm going to turn to these two and kind of give them a little nudge and like nod towards the old woman and go, dibs.
And speaking of the old woman, she is the first to kind of like come out of this oh my god state from your entrance you made, and she comes over to you and she's like, "Hello, I am Miss Owlbear, and Cornelius is my godson, and I'm glad that he has so many friends to come to his party today. Okay, what are your names?"
I'm Jeffrey.
Oh,
I'm still looking for all the extra friends that she's talking about.
well. Normally he only has a couple, but this time he has a whole handful. So that's pretty good in my book, Missy.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just checking. All right. I'm Leela.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. And the noseless wonder that is still back at the buffet, you don't have to worry about him. The one in armor, no magical powers, no nothing. He's worthless. He's just here tagging along to
Shut
eat
up,
the food.
witch.
Oh, so you're lovers then? The way
No.
those love-hate relationships. I see those
Never.
sometimes on my stories.
The closest thing he's ever going to get to a prick is me shoving one through his head.
Oh
Yeah.
my. Ever since Mr. Owlbear died, I have.
Where she's fine.
Oh, are we done at the buffet now? You decided you've gorged yourself enough?
Well, I'm not fat like you, so I can eat.
Yeah, you can't taste shit. You have no.
Ever since Mr. Owlbear died, I've been pretty lonely myself. So I guess I just project onto others, dear. I apologize.
Don't worry, she needs all the company she gets.
I swear to God, if you touch me
you all
one
having
more
a good
time,
I'm gonna go hang
I'm
out.
going to gut you.
Bye.
I take Miss Owlbear's hand and offer my condolences, and then I like look over my shoulder at those two and give them like a big old wink and kind of a thumbs up.
and she's all like, "Oh my." She kind of smiles at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look for a drink. My head hurts. I need a drink. There's no alcohol on the buffet at all.
Yes, there's the buffet has like wines and beers, and it's a whole nice spread. There's little sausages and meatballs and little tea cakes and cookies and anything you want.
I'm still good from breakfast on food. I just grab the first thing of ale I can find, the biggest tanker I can find, just take it up, fill it up,
Okay.
and because I'm gonna need all I can get.
And
So
and as you're sucking that down, Katie, the high elf lady kind of sidles up to you and she's like, men.
But they suck.
amen for sure.
Oh God, not afraid. Just no.
And she's like, and she just kind of making little small talk with you. She's like, yeah, us career women, we don't have time for guys like, we take them when we need them, but that's about it, right? Am I right?
Yeah, I'm still just chugging the beer and just trying my hardest not to talk back to her at all. I'm just down it. I'm like, sure, right. Keep drinking.
Yeah,
Another beer.
I'm trying to get Miss Owlbear sauced.
Oh, God.
Miss Albert takes the drink. Do you offer her a drink? Is that?
Yeah, like the hardest thing they got there.
Oh God.
She takes it and she like downs that thing like a champ, and she's like, well, thank you thank you, but I would really like some of them sausage. Mrs. Owlbear hasn't had sausage in a long time.
My elbows everywhere. Like I'm hearing this at the other end of the buffet. And my beard spewed everywhere. I'm like,
You
And she kind of pats her hand
God, shut up.
and winks at you.
Which one of you has my package of blue pills?
Oh, he's back at the tavern. Your caregiver. Don't. Where the? Why do you have those? Those aren't needed. Oh, you are a nasty bastard.
And right about that time, Diz pops up and he's like, sir, I ate some more of that stuff, but I'm just kind of feeling sick. What kind of magic is that supposed to give me?
You didn't need enough
I walk
of
up
it.
to the child and I grab him by the scruff of his shirt. I'm like, did you not listen to a word I told you? Not one. Not a single one.
But they told me to do it.
But
And
they told you, but the old crazy man told you. The old
have you
crazy man.
ever met Wizard Cornelius?
Once again, old crazy man, friend of old crazy man.
Oh, you shouldn't call Mr. Cornelius crazy. He's amazing, and he's going to teach me how to be a wizard just like him. I mean, right now, I'm mastering the art of the chamber pot. I can warm it and empty it almost instantaneously. I can wrangle doves. I'm great at shiny boots. I can press capes.
I break my arm back and hit him in the face, and then I smack the child.
And Diz kind of recoils and he tears up and he's like, well, at least you don't hit as hard as Mr. Cornelius when I do something wrong.
Oh God, stop. Stop.
Now tell me, son, have you reached the level of illness where you feel like you're internally bleeding?
No, sir.
Then you haven't had enough yet. You need to go back to your room and get started and really take this seriously.
No, I've still got a hold of the kid. I'm not letting the kid go. I'm like, Jeffrey, one of these days, I'm literally going to empty all your pockets. And I swear, whatever I do,
I'm already occupied with the owl lady.
that's just don't.
I know
And
you've got a beard. It's been a long time.
I'm just gonna set the kid back on his feet. I've still got a hold of his shirt. I'm like, all right, kid, I'm gonna make you a promise, okay?
okay.
All right, I'm gonna let go of your
He's, like,
shirt.
sniffly.
You're fine.
Yes, ma'am.
I barely tapped you. You are fine.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to let go of your shirt. Whenever I do, you are not going to go back into your room. All right?
Yes, ma'am. I can't go back in my room anyway because pretty soon, Mr. Cornelius is going to call me, and then I have to get things ready for the banquet.
All right. I'm gonna let go of your shirt. All right? Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Run! She's crazy.
Whack!
And he kind of recoils.
Good reflex, kid. All right. That basket of everything you took, you're going to go throw it away. You're not going to touch any more of it. You're not going to eat any more of it.
And most of that stuff's just from breakfast. Like, it's still good.
Just no.
Yes, ma'am. You must be a fierce fighter.
No. I'm a wizard. I am a wizard.
And like his eyes get, you're a wizard?
Yes.
A real
Oh my! Like what is your field? Are you
chamber pots.
Oh, like me? You got your
No.
start like me? I'm really good with the chamber pots, ma'am.
That's
She's
great.
actually a necromancer. See, she raised Skullface there from the dead. That's why he has no nose.
Oh, well then you should go talk to Mr. Pathos. He's a necromancer too. Y'all will get along so well.
It's fine. It's fine.
And he kind of motions to the man in the corner.
I wink at her and go, see, I got you in.
and Mrs. Owlbear has started like kind of stroking the side of Jeffrey's
I am trying so hard not to look at those two so I don't get sick.
I walk over and palm some blue pills to him.
Oh, God.
Good looking out, buddy.
Oh, God.
Always here to hook you up.
I hate you so much.
Shower and fall, she'll break a hip.
Oh, it's gonna be breaking more of that.
And
He doesn't even know what a shower is.
And she's like, "Rawr."
Oh,
So I'm gonna take her back over to the hors d'oeuvre table for some of those sausages.
Oh. I'm gonna
Like-
go far away from you as I can. Cornered by myself. Just, I really want my taker that I left, but I'm not going anywhere over there to get it.
And the bad thing is, like, she is ancient, so like normally she would have a cane, but she's just like using Jeffrey, and so they're kind of toddling back and forth together.
Is that because she makes Jeffrey look young?
Oh wow!
Yes,
Like old wine, my friend.
he goes, "It's not a cougar; it's an owl bear."
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh shit! Oh God! All right, I'm watching the kids scurry around, praying that he does not eat something.
Oh no, the kid is like mesmerized with you at this point, so he is just like hanging at your side, just peppering you with questions about how you became a wizard and what did you do with chamber pots so he could get better at it, and it's just like constant barrage of questions.
This poor kid.
I'm just like, look. I tell him about wizard, but going to school in Wildmount, doing, going to
And
going
he is
to a
just
proper
like,
wizarding school.
yeah, he is just open mouth, like mesmerized. Like you feel like he, like if you were a rock star, this would be like your weird #1 stocky fan.
Like, kid, you are very sheltered. You are very sheltered. Where did Cornelius find you?
Well,
Start bringing drinks to that female elf wizard.
oh, okay. Well, in answer to Katie's question, he's like, I don't know, ma'am. He's had me since I was a little one. He said that I have magic potential and he's gonna make me a great wizard. I have to do all these chores to earn my place.
What?
Sounds about right to me.
Old man.
Shut up!
Isn't that how wizards come about? They find children with magical potential and they take them and they raise them and they teach them all the magical arts.
Child, do you not see my head moving the whole time you're talking?
They usually kill their parents first before they take them.
Shut up,
Well-
Jeffrey!
Well,
You look at her. Who would want her?
well, I thought Mr. Jeffrey was her wizard teacher.
No. God, no. Oh,
She has learned so much from our time
what
together.
not to ever do.
That'd improve if you actually took lessons.
Remember that time that I cast Thunderwave on all of us? That was a good one.
And he is just like mesmerized. So, okay. So meanwhile, Thomas sidles over to the high elf girl and she kind of gives you kind of a look and she smiles and she's like, "Hello, I'm Sabella. How are you?" And she
Doing fine.
extends
You
her
wanna get her?
hand. Sure, that sounds great. This party is kind of lame.
My thoughts exactly.
She
I got wine with me and beer, and I just hand it both to her.
And she's like, "Thanks," and she kind of drinks the wine down real fast, and she kind of sips the beer. And she's like, "So, how do you know Cornelius?"
I came with Jeffrey. He's a good friend of mine.
Oh,
Really interesting. It's fun to
yeah,
have.
Oh, she's just lying, talk her shit.
So
yeah. I used to date him. It was fun while it lasted, but he really wanted like a relationship, and I'm not a relationship girl. I'm married to my work. So,
That sounds perfect because I'm not a relationship guy.
oh, well, that's cool. Did you lose your nose in battle?
Yep. I was dueling. I used to work for a logging company.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm an assassin. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I am a very good assassin, and I love weapon play, and scars are kind of sexy.
I appreciate it. A little word of advice: if you're really, really good, I probably wouldn't tell many people that.
How do you get hired if you don't brag about your job, and if you love it, you know? When you're as good as I am, it doesn't really matter.
Any
I,
good work
I
that I would
actually
know about?
probably, but that I cannot tell you. That's bad for business. But I'm actually on a job right now hunting a very powerful magic user, but I took time out to come and celebrate Cornelius's 40th birthday again.
Well, all work and no play makes for a boring person.
Exactly. And this isn't a hard assignment, so it'll be easy to take care of once the party's done and I'm back to work.
Okay, well, it sounds like a good time. I mean, can't be any worse than what I just went through. That was horrible.
Oh, really? Any interesting battles?
Shit demon.
Oh, really? I've never fought one of those.
You don't want to.
Did it damage your weapons any?
I hold up the lollipop mace I still have.
Oh, that is amazing. I've never seen one of those.
Yeah, I was actually wondering about that. Like if that changed in any way since we weren't.
What did that turn into, by the way?
Yeah,
Oh.
like did it turn into something realistic and cool, or is it just legitimately a big lollipop mace?
No, it turned into a regular mace, but it does have it has the look of a lollipop, if that makes any sense. It has like a white handle, and then it has like multicolored spike. I'm thinking, you know, what is? I don't even know a mace too well, but it.
I was about to say, are you having a morning star or a mace?
Yeah, a mace
Yeah,
is without the spikes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
either a solid ball or flanged,
Yeah.
which is when it has like just jagged edges.
Yeah.
So
So
Okay.
it did have some magical tendencies, so it's not just a normal looking mace. It does look kind of like a lollipop, but just not as pure of a lollipop as it did when y'all were tripping.
Oh, okay. So it just kind of has like a spiral effect on it or something.
Yeah, like a rainbow spiral, and the handle's white, like some kind of
You have a
white
rainbow.
marbly.
You're getting it up the ass.
and you when you show her that, she really gets excited, and she's like, I love it. That is so awesome. Like, how much would it cost if I wanted to buy it from you?
That depends. How much are you offering?
Oh, I really don't know what it would be worth.
your nose.
Kinda,
Give him your nose.
I kind of have. I really like to shop, so I'm a little short on coin right now until I get paid for this next job I'm on. And she kind of sidles over and kind of rubs your arm. She's like, maybe we could work something out.
What are you willing to barter?
A little of this, a little of that, and she kind of starts like playing with your hair.
Let me give it a test run, and I'll let you know how much I think it's worth. Take out a couple more blue pills and take it myself.
She kind of laughs, and she's like, well, what the hell?
Oh God. I'm literally. I have this kid next to me. I am hearing all this going on. I'm trying not to retch all over the place. I'm just like, God, why do you hate me? Why?
I'm gonna stage whisper to Thomas, like not quietly at all, and just go, "Wear rubber, dude. Lumberg fucked her."
They call me I was a lumberjack for a reason. Don't worry.
Meanwhile, the other
I'm
man.
still like just feeding drinks to Owlbear Lady.
What's Necromancer dude doing?
The necromancer is standing off to the side, just looking down his nose at all of you.
Okay, so he's in one corner. I'm in another corner.
Basically, and they're kind of in the middle. So.
Oh, making all of us retch. Great.
Yeah.
Let's go find a place. I go.
and Diz kind of looks up at you, and he's like, he looks over and he's like, Mr. Pathos is all by himself. Would you mind maybe going and mingling with him? I don't want anybody not to have fun at the party.
What?
Well,
Why?
Mr. Cornelius said mingling is very important part of the total party experience. And if all of his guests aren't mingling properly, that means the party isn't going well. And if the party doesn't go well, he won't be happy. So maybe you could go mingle with Mr. Pathos? Since you're a wizard.
Where is Cornelius anyways? Everybody keeps talking about Cornelius, and I haven't even.
Mr. Cornelius is in his study preparing the murder mystery, and after dinner, you will all have the murder mystery revealed. But he's still in preparation, and dinner's still being made. And so when it's done, they'll call me to come, and I will announce to everyone that it's time.
Well, crap! Not having the freaking person that is hosting the party not here is rude to his guests.
Well, Mr. Cornelius is really thought about this for months and months, and the mystery is very, very intense. So he has to concentrate really hard to make sure it all goes off without a hitch. But if you would just please go and talk to Mr. Pathos so he isn't all by himself. I would do it personally, but he's a little scary. But you're brave, so I know you could do it, please.
Fine, kid. Just fine. Whatever. Jesus. Just fine. 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 Will it shut you up?
Yes. For like maybe a minute or two.
That would be a miracle.
Yeah, I know. You know what? I'll take a couple minutes of silence. Just shush.
He's like, I'll go and check on Mr. Cornelius and tell him that the guests are getting antsy, and you go talk to Mr. Pathos, and then maybe it'll be time for dinner. And he kind of smiles, and he kind of watches you like expectantly.
Go. I'll go do what I gotta do. You go on. Go do your thing. Go check on crazy dude that's holding a birthday party.
Oh, okay. And he kind of starts walking off, but he's glancing over his shoulder, and he's slowing down, trying to make sure that you're going to go talk to the dude.
I'm going. Go. What you gotta do. Bye-bye.
Okay. And he scampers off through the hallway.
Thank God. All right, I'm just gonna lean up against my corner and cross my arms.
And Diz like sticks his head back through the archway, and he's like, "Oh!" And he kind of starts coming back over in your direction.
Go, child, leave.
But you said
You want to learn a spell or not?
I want to learn a spell, but I don't.
A spell.
Come on, Chica. I'm gonna go teach you a spell. Let's go to this bathroom.
What is it? I will teach you a spell. Promise.
You promise you'll go talk to him?
I promise I will go talk to him, but you need to go find your master.
Oh, all right, but I trust you, and
Yes.
He walks out.
Oh. Fine. Get out my fucking corner. Ugh. Walk up to the damn buffet. Thank God one of the gross pears are gone now.
Well, no,
Grab
they're
another
still-
ale.
They're all still there.
Well, he said they made their way into a room.
There aren't
Like,
really
they just
any.
got door and walked through it.
There aren't any really rooms around, and
Are y'all
like,
just fucking in a nook where everybody can see you? Oh, great.
you see, they kind of moseyed in a corner where there's a big plant, and they're not really going all the way yet, but there is some touching and some.
This is horrible. It's a halfling and an elf. Just saying. Little noticeable.
What you got to do? Never go back.
It's no worse than what Alex gets up to with Alex's inability to distinguish gender.
Fine. I'm trying to grab the biggest thing of ale I can. I'm trying to ignore all of that. I'm trying my best not to see any of that grossness.
Nope, not that type. Not that type of
Oh, don't want to know. I'm putting my back to them. Thank God the fucking necromancer is facing them and I'm not.
Oh, that's a lot better. Oh, there we go.
Oh, man. I'm going to take a wide berth around Jeffrey and the fucking owl bear lady, who are probably just as bad, but they're in front of the fucking food.
And like they are barely standing up between the two of them.
Oh,
God. It's like,
I'm not drinking anything. I'm just feeding her drinks.
You're not
Oh.
drinking anything, but she's unstable as hell, and you're not the most stable person
Okay.
yourself trying to hold her up.
oh, great. That's going to prove entertaining. I'm going to go up to at least the same wall that the necromancer is at. Not even going to turn around. I'm just going to look at him and go, hi.
Hello.
Good. Done.
Can you believe?
I walk over to the other corner and just sit down.
And you hear him say, "Leave it to a dwarf not to know civil conversation."
Don't care, dude. Don't care.
And at this time, Diz comes back in and he kind of looks at you because you're not talking to Pathos, and he like gets all crestfallen and sad. And he goes, "Oh, okay. Well, Mr. Cornelius is putting on the final touches. If you want to make your way to the banquet room, dinner should be ready soon."
Well, kid, how about you go back there behind that plant and tell those two dinner's ready. Just go. Go tell them dinner's ready. I promise you it's going to be a show.
Oh, okay. You're going to ruin this poor boy's innocence.
Hey, that kid talked my fucking ear off. He's going to get it.
What is your alignment, Katie? No, I'm just picking.
Why I don't have children.
So he goes around to all the parties and like he's telling them that it's time to move on to the banquet hall. And when he gets next to Lady Sabella and Thomas, he kind of and he's like, well, dinner will be served soon if you make your way. Maybe you should
We'll be that way once I finish the food, son.
And he runs off, and he's like, it's right in here, and I'll go check with Mr. Cornelius and be back in just a moment. And he like flees.
Nice. Hey, Thomas, you finally served a fucking purpose.
And Pathos just kind of does, and he goes off to the banquet hall.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm following that douchebag to the banquet hall because I'd rather I'd rather be in silence with a room and with that douchebag than be in there with those four.
Yeah, I'm gonna start walking that way too because they said something about
We're gonna leave them an
dinner.
hour and make it into the room together.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've left her there. That somebody said
Oh,
dinner,
God.
and I'm all about that. So she's on her own.
Justin, like, you're sitting there and you and Lady Sabella are doing your thing, and all of a sudden you hear plop.
She fucking face first on the floor.
I don't even miss a beat.
Oh, Lord.
What's that
Okay.
mean? You're gonna have to do better than this, darling.
Oh,
Oh, Lord. And
you ain't given her much to work with, dude.
Lady Sabelle, she kind of finishes whatever she's doing and she stands up and gets everything back in its place. And she's like, we better not be late for dinner, but we can always continue afterwards.
Yeah, I'm good for a round two.
Oh.
And like, so like y'all get together, y'all get yourselves together and you head that way and she slaps you on the ass as you're entering the dinner hall.
Yeah, I hadn't even butted the butt flap back up yet.
Oh, geez.
So, does anybody help Mrs. Albert?
No, I've forgotten her already.
I didn't even know she'd fallen. I'm in the other room. I have no clue. I could go help her if I wanted to.
Okay. Sorry.
I mean, I guess one of us can notice after about 10, 15 minutes and she hasn't
So-
entered the room.
So y'all get there and there's this large table that is a little bit larger than needs to be for your small party. And it's all decorated with balloons and you know, confetti, and it looks almost like a child's birthday party, but you know, it's not quite to that extent. There's no cartoon characters or anything, but it's like the balloons and all kinds of stuff. And you sit down and you're sitting there for a little while, and all of a sudden you hear this high-pitched scream.
What the hell was that? And where the hell's the owl woman?
Wrong hole?
Oh, shit.
Where's the
And-
soup?
And you all stand quickly and you make your way down the hall following the poor screams, and you find yourself in Cornelius's study. And Diz is standing near a large oak wooden desk piled high with scrolls and artifacts, and seated with his body slumped over the desk is Cornelius. Diz looks at you all and exclaims, "He's dead! Like, for real, I think!"
You little sick bastard, what'd you do?
I didn't do anything, sir. Like, I must confess, I'm the murderer, but not like the real murderer. I was gonna be the pretend murderer. And he like, and he pulls out this vial, and it's like black, and it's got a skull and crossbones on it. And he's like, see, I was going to, y'all were going to figure out that he was poisoned. I was going to be the poisoner, and this was the poison and the murder.
Stop. Take a breath. Calm down. Take a breath. Okay, take a breath.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So we have not started the murder mystery for the quote unquote party, correct?
No, I think he's really dead.
Okay.
This isn't poison. It's just sugar water. See, and he like pops the cork and downs it. He's like, see, it's just sugar water.
I believe you. Go stand over there with Tom. See the dude with no nose?
Yeah.
Go stand next to that nasty bastard, and I'm going to check on Cornelius, okay?
And he like runs over and grabs Thomas and just starts sobbing into his shoulder. And he's like hiccuping, and he's what's Cornelius?
I got something to help. I'm gonna help calm you down. Boom.
Ah,
Mr. Cornelius used to hit me like that.
Thomas, stop. The kid's used to being abused. You can't do anything to this child that's not already been done, all right? Just let the kid fucking cry. I'm going to see what the hell's wrong with this thing.
And
I'm gonna take off one of my socks and toss it over there and just be like, gag him or something.
Oh, God. No. Shit.
And Sabella is kind of looking at you guys, and she's like, well, I know. Is he even dead? I mean, I don't know anything about medicine, but if it's a murder mystery,
I'm gonna go check Cornelius's quote unquote body.
All right, can I do a medicine check to see if there's anything we can do for him?
Yeah,
Sure.
that's what I was about to say. Like,
Well, that's a critical fail, which sucks because I'm actually proficient in medicine, so
oh no.
I just wander away from his body.
Yeah, you're like trying to check and you get distracted.
All right, I'm gonna do mine.
Okay.
16.
16. He is dead. Dead.
All right.
Dead.
I look over at the necromancer and I'm like, hey.
And Pathos is like, that is just Cornelius pulling a prank. Obviously, he does that all the time.
Being the necromancer in the group, come do what you do best.
What would you like me to do? Obviously, he's just playing a prank. It's kind of beneath my abilities to play into his games.
Well, you're his fucking friend, not me. I'm stuck with that nasty bastard. You're stuck with this one. Come do what you got to do.
Jeffrey looks over his shoulder, like expecting to see somebody behind him.
And he's like, all right. And he moseys over and he's kind of fumbling around with the body. So, but does anybody want to do an investigation check or
I'll do it.
anything? Or a perception?
Perception. Yeah, I'll do.
I've already forgotten that there's a body, apparently.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around the room while Senor Necromancer's doing.
14.
Okay. Katie, what did you get?
Where's my thing? No, oh, there's 10.
10. Okay. So you look around. Cornelius's study is well lived in, and it looks like where he spent a majority of his time. It's filled with books, keepsakes, knickknacks, magical and mundane in origin, and decorative items. Standing at the entrance, you'll notice that several things might be worth looking into. The desk on the left side of the room with his body is splayed over it. A very large painting of Cornelius is behind the desk, winking as he points double finger guns. A suit of armor is standing in the left corner of the room nearest to the party. There's a painting just to the left of the entrance depicting his tower. There's a large porcelain vase just to the right of the entrance with a handful of staffs stuffed in it. It appears to be a staff holder. A large worn chest is in the further left corner. The far wall is covered and filled with bookcases. An old rug is covering the floor in the middle of the room. A very large fish tank sits against the right wall. 2 chairs rest on either side of the fish tank, angled towards each other, and a large chandelier hangs from the center of the ceiling.
He has his staff holder, but there's no staff in the staff holder.
No, there's staffs in there. That's how y'all figured out it's a staff holder.
I was like, what? I'm gonna go check that suit of armor. I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna do an Arcana check on it. I gotta see if somebody could have used it.
Okay.
I'm going to see if there's anything good in the chest.
Okay. So give me actually an investigation check on the armor, if you don't mind. That's intelligence.
15.
Okay. You notice that the joints of the armor are fused together, and it seems to have a hint of a transmutation spell on it. But you can't really you know it's transmutation magic, but you don't really know exactly what it does.
So it's a construct. I just don't know what type.
Right. You don't know the purpose. Okay, and the chest. Let me find that. Hold on one second. Sorry.
What did you get for the chest?
Yeah, what do you want to do with the chest initially?
Look at it, see if I can open it up. If I can open it up, open it up.
Oh boy, I'm still glad I'm nowhere near you.
Okay, do an investigation for me.
9.
Okay, you look at the old trunk and it is locked, but it looks like you could probably force it open if you tried hard enough with your weapons. Or you could break the lock in some way if you did enough.
He's dead. He ain't gonna be using it.
Stop pillaging people's stuff.
Go shave.
Coming from the person who has no fucking nose, you're really gonna make a thing about my beard just because you cannot grow any decent facial hair.
Maybe you can improve your looks and do as good job as I did when I shaved.
I really hope something jumps out of that and just fucking kills you. Really? I hope there's a fucking curse on that thing. Go ahead. I can open it. I've had it.
I open it up.
Okay, do a dexterity check for me, please. Saving throw.
Oh, dex save.
That's a 5.
All right, you fling open the trap or the chest, and a trap is sprung. It is the dove trap, and 15 doves fly right into your face. They have a couple poop on your shoulders since you weren't able to dodge out of the way, and they are now fluttering around the room with feathers going everywhere.
Great. Making a mess. Thank you so much. Senor no-nose bastard. Great. Thanks a lot. By the way, shit all over your face.
I grab it and chuck it at her.
And like at the bottom of the chest is a little card that says, "Ha ha, got you."
Can I go in and investigate the staffs or staves?
You can.
All right, that's going to be 15 for investigation.
Okay, let's see. Okay, it is just a normal vase holding some normal staffs, but you do notice that it is a priceless antique purchased from the country of Thay. And it's really nice.
All right. I'm going to walk over by Thomas and pretend that I'm looking in that chest. And then I'm going to cast Mage Hand and knock that vase over.
Oh, God. Really?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, great. Okay.
Okay, so you cast and you knock over the vase and it breaks and just goes everywhere. And you see the armor start to move. And it reaches into its sword belt and pulls out a broom. And it rushes over and starts trying to clean up the mess.
The construct is a fucking cleaning machine.
Amen! I go attack it.
Oh, fuck.
It like totally ignores you and it's just cleaning.
Here. Just stop! Leave it! Stop! I cast hold person on numbnut.
the DC on that?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. Roll
Let's roll
high.
this out.
Roll it.
What's your DC?
That one is going to be.
And what kind of save is it?
You better get higher than a 12.
What kind of save?
Yeah, what does he have to do? Because I don't think it's a straightforward.
Oh, no, it's not. I don't remember on that one.
Okay. Target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration.
I have advantage because I have Gnome's Constitution, so I have to get higher than a 12, right?
Yep.
You said wisdom? Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I got an 18, so it didn't work.
15.
So you try to cast whole person on him.
Oh,
but-
look at 19 on my second one. It's even better.
Why the fuck did you roll 2?
Because I have advantage. Gnome's Constitution. I have
Well, if
advantage.
you got it on the first one, you didn't have to roll the second one.
I just like twisting the knife a little deeper.
Yeah, and it was 15, by the way. I read the bonus.
But it does not take hold, and he kind of turns a little around and mocks you.
All right,
And-
fine.
And Lady Isabella is like, I will say right now that I do not trust you 3, or this necromancer. I'm sure that one of you had something to do with this. Where's Miss Owlbear? She's like,
You were too busy fucking the gnome. Hell if I know. I left y'all in the fucking corner.
and she's like, I'll be right back. And she kind of looks at you and scurries out of the room.
Good riddance.
Yeah,
And
let the assassin out of our sight. Good plan, guys.
and
Oh,
the,
follower. Go, have at it.
and the doves have cleared out of the room at this point through the doorway. Diz is in the corner, just like in a ball, rocking back and forth and crying. Pathos.
I'm leaving Diz there, and I'm going to go check the painting
Okay.
of the actual tower.
Okay.
I go check the body to see what kind of
No,
wound.
you were attacking the construct.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was beating the shit out of the construct. Never mind.
Yeah, you're like
I
you're like beating on the construct, but honestly, no damage is taking place. You sense that maybe there's some kind of enchantment on it to protect it from damage, and it's just cleaning. Is totally ignoring you. And when it gets done cleaning, it goes back to its corner and puts its broom up.
Like I said, demon.
God forbid things are fucking clean. All right, I'm going to check the painting.
Okay.
Do you like to go do something else besides attacking a fucking construct that's doing nothing but cleaning up a fucking mess you made?
Now, are you looking at the painting of him or the painting of
No, the
the?
painting of the tower
Okay.
on the other end of the room.
Okay.
13. Shit, I'm rolling
13.
crappy tonight.
It's a very nice painting. It's signed by a notable artist.
Nothing behind it.
Not that you can see. It looks like a normal, very well made, probably expensive painting.
Pull the painting away from the wall. Nothing back there.
Nothing.
Just wall.
Nothing.
I'll go check out the desk.
Okay. And Jeffrey, you were going to go over there too?
No.
Okay.
I'm just hollering at Thomas. Check for traps, moron.
So Jeffrey, you're just chilling?
Pretty much. I've forgotten what we were doing. Like I'm just like looking at stuff.
Okay. I'll get to
I'm
you in 1
distracted.
second, Thomas. While you're kind of perusing the bookcase, you notice that there's these collection of jade figurines of all different kinds of animals in front of you, and it really gets your attention. And you want to do an investigation check on that?
Which one of us is
Jeffrey.
looking at the bookcase?
You.
Oh, I was just standing over by that chest staring into the distance.
Oh, I thought you were perusing the room.
No, I'm standing just staring into space. Like my
Okay.
senility decided to kick in a little bit, but
Jeffrey, could you please stop staring in the trunk? There's nothing there. Go look at something else.
all right, I'm gonna go look at the painting.
Okay, of him. Okay.
Yeah.
And And Thomas, you're making your way to the desk and you see Pathos. He isn't really doing anything too much. He's just kind of going through the motions, and he's kind of like looking over the body, and he's pulling up the sleeves and stuff. And when he pulls up his sleeves, like all these doves come flying out of Cornelius's sleeves, and they like come right at you. And from your previous experience with doves, it makes you like kind of bend over, duck down, even though they're kind of above your head, and it makes you pause a second. So
That was just as bad as Jeffrey. He was just the Las Vegas version.
Don't pull down his pants. You don't want those doves coming out of there. They're messy anyway.
Oh.
all righty. And so you go over to the painting. You want to do an investigation on that for me?
That's a 3.
Oh God, another my.
Three.
Yeah.
We're all
Okay.
like crap.
It's a painting. It's
All right,
it's
so
a really good painting of the dude.
I'm gonna exclaim loudly, "I found something!"
What'd you
And
find?
everybody, I'm gonna hold up the picture of him doing the double guns and be like, "Look at this picture! Isn't that great?"
Okay, when you go to like pull on it to hold it up, it actually comes away from the wall. And you notice underneath there is a boudoir portrait of Sabella in like a very scantily clad outfit on like some velvet pillows sprawled out.
Jeffrey, put it back. Put it back. Oh God. Put it back.
I
Jeffrey.
haven't, with my investigation, I haven't noticed that. I'm still just holding this thing. Like, check, a great picture of Cornelius here doing this.
Put it back on the wall, Jeffrey.
Look at the other painting, man. That's behind that one. It's a good one.
God. You nasty bastards. All of you.
Hey, that kind of looks like that assassin lady that.
Yeah, no, that was her. That is her for sure. Put it back. I don't need to know those parts of her.
Okay, Thomas makes his way.
Well, you just trust me. It took me a lot of work to get me where I was going.
Thomas, is this an accurate depiction? Like, this is definitely her, not possibly a twin. Are there distinguishable birthmarks or scars that you recognize here?
Yeah, there's a couple.
I'm ignoring them. I'm looking at the bookshelf, and I'm trying not to look at any of that or hear any of that conversation.
All right.
I've picked a random bookshelf, and I'm just looking at it.
Thomas goes over to the desk, and Porthos is still messing around with the body. And you look at it, and Cornelius's corpse is sprawled across the top of the desk. His right arm is tucked under his body, but his left arm is outstretched towards a strange artifact. It appears to be a clockwork songbird that's sitting on his desk.
Can you wind the songbird?
Are you gonna touch it, or?
Check for traps, dumbass.
I'm gonna pick up the songbird and see if you can wind it.
Oh shit.
Okay. You pick up the songbird, and it suddenly springs to life. It flaps its little copper wings and flits effortlessly to your finger. And you hear little gears whirling, and it cocks its little head at you, and it goes, "Password, password."
Double guns.
Password, password.
What the hell was that bitch's name you were fucking?
I didn't get her name. Does that require getting someone's name?
For God's sakes, yes!
Where the fuck are you from, weirdo?
You're such a nasty bastard!
I start looking to do investigation check on the desk to see if I can see a password or anything written down.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's
the password's double guns.
Password,
Natural 20.
Okay, you start rifling through the desk, and there is a small framed picture of a woman crying happily, holding a purplish pink bear with green spots on it. There's components for spells and flasks of some kind of chemical solutions littered all over the place. There's a little cage made of gold with the door hanging open that you figure the songbird goes into. There's some adamantium manacles. And there's a personalized stationery set with a pen and inkwell. And kind of off to the corner is a little like post-it note looking thing. And it has the word Sibella on it.
Sibella.
That was her name.
And it's record or playback.
Playback.
The little beak opens, and Cornelius's voice fills the room. Dear diary, today I filled Oberon's favorite scroll tube with hog shit from that hog that's been sick all week. I can't wait to see his face when he... hold on. What is this? Look, Bird, it's a package. It must be a birthday present from Roger. What a surprise. And you hear paper rustling. I've always really liked that. Ah! And it stops playing.
But there's no package or anything on the table, on the desk that he fell on.
No, you see, you kind of, if you look around, since you got that hive investigation, I'll say that you do see like some paper that was probably looked like it was wrapping around something, but you don't see an actual thing.
Case solved.
Oh, dumb fuck.
And Driz is still kind of I did get a package from Mr. Cornelius earlier, and I gave it to him.
It's okay. It's okay.
I don't know what was in it.
It's okay. Stay in your corner. Just stay in your corner.
And he quietly sobs. And
So I'm gonna use my mage hand to take that portrait of Sibella and just float it behind those two as they're looking at this desk, like they don't know it's there, and it's just kind of floating there.
All right.
I know.
All right. And Pathos is like, I told you it was all part of some kind of prank.
Yeah, well, the prank ended up
good.
Obviously, this is part of the murder mystery, and he thinks it's funny somehow.
Well, have you determined whether or not he's really dead or if he's just been poisoned?
Or he's dead. I smashed the shit out of that vase, and he would have been pissed. So.
Oh, he's dead, but that doesn't mean anything. His soul could be around here somewhere, hiding out in another dimension, just waiting to prank us all.
Well, you could just raise his body up and make it your slave. That way he's not going to get back in there.
You're a necromancer. Talk to the dead.
Oh, I already tried that, and it didn't work.
What do you mean it didn't work? You're a fucking necromancer. What do you mean it didn't work? This is what you do.
Are you a necromancer?
No, that's why I'm asking you, dumbass.
I walk over and hand him a couple blue pills. This happens to everybody. Take these, you'll be fine.
Oh, jeez.
He pockets them, and he's like, I do not need to be insulted in such a way. If you really want me to commune with him, then maybe if you leave the room, I can perform the ritual in silence without all of your jabbering interrupting my concentration.
If you can get Tweedledee and Tweedledum the fuck out of here, be my guest.
Oh, I heard there was soup earlier. I'm totally down for leaving.
Yes, Jeffrey. Go get
Okay, let's go, Jeffrey.
Cool. So we're going back down to the kitchens.
I just shut the door. I'm still in the room. I just shut the door.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you turn around at that point?
No, I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just going.
Okay. Well. Okay, Justin.
I'm not leaving the necromancer with the body by himself.
Justin.
Yeah, but do you turn around from the door and look behind you at that point?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay, that picture is like right in front of you.
Yeah, no, it's fucking disgusting. Just I hate both of you.
And then as I move about 30 feet away, it drops to the floor because Mage Hand is no longer effective.
Do a dexterity check before that happens.
Me or Jeffrey?
You, because you didn't know it was there.
Ah, 3.
Oh, so you like turn around and basically this thing hits you right in your face and your nose is in her vajayjay.
I hate you. I hate both of you so much. And I'm like pushing the painting away, and I'm like,
All right, so
we just hear this aggravated scream, and I know.
Same either. Don't feel bad.
Okay, so y'all make it to are y'all going to the banquet room or are you going to the original room where all the food was?
I was gonna go find the kitchen.
I'm just following Jeffrey.
Okay. So y'all start wandering around trying to find the kitchen. Okay, Katie.
Yeah, because they hadn't brought dinner out to the dinner table yet, so
No, they haven't. But it is like a huge magical mage tower, so hopefully one of you has a good nose.
all right, I'm gonna do a perception check to see if I can find it. Nope, that's an 8.
Okay, I'll give it.
really? How are you going to give it a shot?
He doesn't have skin blocking his nostrils. He might be better at it.
Investigation. I got a 15.
See?
Okay. So you don't actually smell anything, Justin.
A toucan appears on your shoulder and goes, "Just follow your nose."
But actually, a little caterpillar appears on your shoulder, and it's like,
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That
and
shit.
it's like, "Hey, friend, can I help you? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for dinner. Where's the soup?
Dinner? Oh, well, you just go down that hall and take 2 lefts and a right, and that should be the kitchen."
Rock on. Let's roll.
Who are
All
you
right.
talking to?
And so y'all start heading down that way. And Katie, you are alone in a room with a crying little boy in the corner, and Pathos is still rifling through the body, pulling out all sorts of like flowers and different like cheap magic tricks that you would see.
The first thing I do is I take the painting, I flip it around so I don't have to look at that shit anymore, and I just put it up against a wall so it's not facing any of us.
All right. So
I look at the necromancer and I'm like, do what you got to do, dude. And I go sit next to the kid and just slowly pat him on the head.
okay, he like totally turns on you and just full onto your breast, and he's just crying his little eyes out, snot and everything.
Oh, thanks.
And he just keeps, Mr. Cornelius was great, and now I'll never be a wizard.
If you want to know what happened, you have to shut the fuck up.
My sock's still lying on the ground up there somewhere.
Oh, that's right. Nasty.
Like you can gag him if you want to do that. Might be some poison damage involved, but it'd be worth it.
Yeah, I'm trying to be halfway nice to this kid because he's literally been treated like shit. But at the same time, this kid is so fucking annoying that I'm just like.
He's obviously the murderer, though. He admitted it.
And if you just want to know for anything, you haven't looked at the fish tank, the rug, the bookcase. I think those were or you haven't personally searched the body.
No, I didn't.
That up to Pathos.
The body. Yeah, I checked the body to see if it was alive. Whenever I went to the bookcase, I was trying to ignore that fucking painting.
Right. So those are what's left if you have an inkling to investigate it all, or if you just want to.
Is the necromancer starting his ritual to talk with the dead?
He does not look like he's actually doing anything but rifling through the body, and he looks like he's just kind of ignoring you.
All right. I'm just gonna be like, hey, talk to the dead. Start your ritual. Nobody's gonna bother you.
Why would I waste spell components on a ritual when obviously this is all a prank? I am just looking for a clue to get this stupid game over with.
Fine.
Have we found the kitchens at all yet?
So you're following Justin's directions, and you actually do come to the kitchens, and you see Cornelius's personal chef in there, and he looks to be putting the finishing touches on the appetizers and all that. And he looks actually a little like, what the hell's going on, because food should have been out by now. It's starting to get cold, and he's getting a little antsy about it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna go up to him and go, "Where's the soup?"
And he's like, "Oh, sir, did I miss the signal? I've been waiting for Driz to come and tell me it's time to eat, and nobody's told me. I'm sorry, sir. Should I bring it out to the table now?"
No, I'll take it.
Oh, you want to eat here?
No, just I'll take it.
Oh, okay. And so he like motions to one of the serving women that's working there, and he, fixing the food and all like that. He's like, get the gentleman a plate to go. And she,
No need.
excuse me?
Where's the pot of soup?
You see, like, there's a big pot that's
Jeffrey.
like really hot on one of the serving tables, and there's like let's see, there's there's like 8 bowls of soup being filled by this one little serving woman.
I'm gonna take one of the bowls and I'm gonna blow on it so it's cooled off, and I'm gonna empty that into one pocket, and then move on to the next one, empty it into the other one.
So Thomas, basically, Jeffrey, y'all did find the kitchen. The chef is a little flustered. Did he?
So once I've got my pockets full of soup, I'm gonna like keep one bowl with me and just start walking back up towards the dining room.
Okay.
And right when you go to start walking up to the dining room, like this serving woman walks by with this huge basket of fresh croissants with honey butter splattered.
Oh, God, no.
All right. All right. So that's going to be a 9 for a sleight of hand. Can I just snatch that?
Oh, I mean, she's just carrying them. So yeah, you totally grab them out of her hand. With a 9, you do spill some on the floor, and she kind of looks at you like, and she says, and she's like, "Oh, you startled me, sir. If you wanted some rolls, I could definitely have just given them to you."
I just like glare at her and keep walking, dripping soup behind me.
So,
Yes.
So you're eating a bowl of soup, or are you just eating it?
I'm eating whatever I walk by I think looks good in the kitchen.
Oh crap!
okay, well, there's soup prepared to go out to the dining room. Everything else is still kind of in prep. So that's it's like it's a kind of a tomato like bisque soup with some crouton, like little croutons on top.
Oh, perfect.
Or whatever you call it, like crackers, but they're like homemade crouton-y crackers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all up in my pocket.
Yeah. He's got a pocket full of soup. So Jeffrey, you're heading back to.
I'm gonna go back up to the study or whatever where the body is.
All right.
Okay.
I'm still.
Justin, you're just chilling in the kitchen.
Yep.
Eating. Okay.
Yeah. Since apparently, Twiddle Tits over here doesn't want to actually perform the spell.
Spell components aren't cheap, dwarf.
You're in a wizard's study, you ass.
Yeah. I'm going to walk around, find the components. I'm going to grab a thing of incense off one of the bookshelves and put them all on the desk and go, "You won't do it, I will. Do you want a wizard who's not a necromancer to do speaking with dead, or would you like to do it yourself, oh great and mighty necromancer?"
Go ahead if you want to.
All right. So I'm going to spend a 3rd level slot, and that's what I'm going to do.
All right.
Okay.
And the whole time, I'm just going to lecture Pathos and say, listen, he's dead. You can steal whatever you want. He doesn't care.
You're not
Just
even in
use
the
all-
room.
I've made it back there by now.
Yeah. While you were gathering all the spell components, Jeffrey comes marching in with red stuff trailing behind him. And at first you think it's like blood, and then you realize it's tomato soup.
Fucking tomato soup.
I've brought supplies, and I pat my pocket.
No, I'm fine. I'm not even good.
Hold out your hands.
No.
And Pathos
So-
like gets as far away from you guys as he can, and he kind of crosses his arms in the corner.
All right, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
sit.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Dead on Cornelius.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit next to Diz and like dip rolls into my pocket and eat them while we're watching her do this. And I'm gonna offer him some.
All right. Speak to dead. It just happens, right? There's no.
It says 1 action, 10 feet. I've already got all the components. Duration is 10 minutes.
Okay. So you cast Speak with Dead on Cornelius's body.
Yeah, as long as he has a mouth, I can cast it.
Okay.
All right. Ugh. So first thing I'm gonna ask this fucker. It's like, what happened to you?
All right. So you do that, and you hear, "Hello, you have reached Cornelius's body. If you are hearing this message, Cornelius is dead. If you would like to speak with Cornelius, that is impossible. If you really would like to speak with Cornelius, then just kill yourself and come speak with me in the afterlife. Thank you. Bye." Beep.
That fucker literally set up an auto recording for his own damn soul.
Dude, and this Speak with Dead is kind of a dick spell too. You can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. The corpse knows only what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, repetitive. Compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are hostile to it or it recognizes you as an enemy. Spell doesn't return the creature's soul to its body, only its animating spirit.
Yeah.
And in the corner, you
Like-
hear Pathos snort in like disdain. And he's like, "Told ya."
I'm just chuckling over there. Oh, corny, you slick bastard.
Hey, dillweed. What do you suggest, Senor Dick Troll?
I suggest you all leave where I can perform a better ritual and actually get to the bottom of this.
I think you're going to do something nasty with the
Yeah.
body.
Hence the reason I said to get freaking Frack out of here. They left. You did nothing but rifle through the fucking man's pockets.
Well,
And he's
I'm not
only
gonna
got
let-
like 3 pockets. You were rifling away for a good half hour. What were you waiting for rigor mortis to set in, you sick fuck?
Well,
the only
I'm,
thing we found were birds, flowers, some scarves, and something that I'm not sure what that rubber thing is.
well,
You
I'm
don't-
not
you
going to
don't
let
know.
you study my art and steal my ideas.
Really, I could care less. I have my own powers, my own art, and I have no care for most of your fucking necromancy bullshit.
No wonder
That's
you're a
Cornelius
no-name
is.
dwarven wizard.
Nobody knows you either, dude. Nobody knows you either. Nobody cares.
The ones who are important know of Pathos.
Nobody in my
Who?
school knew of your ass. And I'm pretty sure if nobody knew about you in Wildmount, nobody fucking knows you in the necromancy world.
And while y'all are talking, Lady Sabella comes back in, and she's like, "Well, you didn't kill Mrs. Owlbear, but you sure got her intoxicated. I've got her settled at the table with some coffee."
Hey, Jeffrey, go grab that painting.
No, I heard coffee and I'm going downstairs and I
Jeffrey. Fuck you.
As I walked by Sabella, I just put my half-eaten soggy roll with pocket soup on it in her hand. I just hand it to her.
She drops it and wipes her hand off, and the armor magically animates again. And he's sweeping up and cleaning up the roll.
Before he can get to it, I'm going to cast Mage Hand and pick up the roll and put it in her pocket.
Jeffrey, you're still forgetting your sock.
We might need that.
Yeah.
Would that be sleight of hand? Because with Mage Hand, you still would have to.
It would still be sleight of hand.
Yeah,
sure.
Because
sleight of hand.
He's an assassin, so.
Go ahead, Jeffrey.
That's a nat 20.
Okay, you shove that shit in hard, man. And she just glares at you. And she's like, you're lucky that I'm not going to try to shed blood in my friend's house.
I have Mage Hand give her a smack on the ass before I go back downstairs to check on the coffee.
And when she sees you're gone, she calms down, but she almost at you. So.
And then from down the stairs, nice painting.
Really, Jeffrey? You're a little late. You had a perfect opportunity up here.
So, she goes and she's starts just kind of perusing, trying to do her own investigating. Well,
is she gonna investigate that dwarf nose-shaped hole in her crotch in her painting?
Yep.
She picks it up and she kind of looks at all of you, and then she kind of puts it back and just shakes her head.
She doesn't try to line it up to pathos and then her nose to see which one fits the painting.
Nope.
No.
Brilliant detective she is.
Katie, what are you doing?
Y'all saw.
Katie, what are you doing?
Got any more wonderful snake remarks there, Miss All Hangs Out?
Well, at least I'm doing something.
Oh, yeah, you're looking at your own crotch. There you go. I'm going to go look at the bookcase.
Okay. So you head over. The bookcase, it kind of spans the whole wall. It's filled with a variety of books. There's old school spell books, the introduction to card tricks, comic books, the art of dual wielding wands. Some of the shelves have display items. Most notably, there's a set of painted clay souvenir tokens from all the major cities of the Sword Coast, a collection of small jade figurines, and a porcelain wand on a wood pedestal protected by a glass cover. There doesn't seem to be any order to where any of the books are placed. They're just kind of stuffed haphazardly all over the place. So, do you want to look at anything in particular, or?
I'm not really going to focus too much on the books. I'm going to focus on any of the knickknacks or other things that he has on the bookshelf, and just kind of look at everything. I'm not touching anything yet.
Do an investigation check for me.
Yeah. 13.
Okay. You notice the wand display case. There's a plaque at the base of the wood that's covered in dust. And the jade figurines, they're of different animals, and they're all kind of covered in dust and look like they've been there forever, except for one that's in the shape of a chicken. It doesn't have any dust on it or wear and tear like the others do.
All right. I'm going to do can I check this thing to make sure it's not got another magical booby trap? Like the chest did?
Mm-hmm. Are you checking the wand or the chicken?
The chicken.
Okay.
So would that be investigation, or would that be arcana, or?
Arcana.
Okay. Hey, natural 20!
Yeah.
Nice.
You don't detect any magic like traps, but you do detect that the chicken itself has a magical property to it.
Oh boy, I might regret this. All right, I'm gonna pick up the chicken.
Okay. You pick up the chicken and you can kind of sense that it has a magical quality to it. And you are turning it over and looking all around. And on the bottom, it says the words, they're kind of engraved, "At least I have a chicken." And you're kind of looking over and you say to yourself, "At least I have a chicken. What the hell?" And as you do, a jade chicken comes to life and starts kind of,
Oh!
yeah. And you drop it and it lands on the floor and it kind of stands up and kind of squawks at you and kind of starts rubbing on your leg. And you know,
Oh, great.
you know magically that it's like enchanted creature, kind of like a pet now. And since you
Great.
said the magical phrase to activate it, it's kind of your pet. Has an
Great.
armor class of 11, 19 hit points, and it can do 1 piercing damage about
One
all
piercing damage.
with his
Great.
little beak.
Great. Now I'm stuck with a kid and a chicken.
Yeah. And Driz in the corner is just like, for a second, his eyes go wide and he's like, and then he kind of glances back at the desk and he just starts crying.
So where's this coffee situation happening?
Oh God.
So you go back to the banquet room, Jeffrey, and Miss Owlbear is like barely there. She is like wobbling to and fro, and she's sloshing coffee out of her cup everywhere. And there's a big coffee urn in the middle of the table, on
right.
Lots of coffee cups with cream and sugar and honey and all kinds of like marshmallows, all kinds of just different, even alcohol, whatever you could imagine stick in there.
I'm gonna sip a cider and I'm going to dunk another croissant in my pocket and stuff it in her mouth and be like, "You should really eat when you're drinking."
She like about chokes to death. And then
chew and then swallow.
And then she looks up at you with like glazed eyes and she's like, "Oh," between mumbly bites.
God.
And then I'm going to grab the big urn of coffee and just like pour myself a cup and then just put the urn beside me where she can't get it.
Okay.
Because now it's my coffee. But I'm gonna forget it's down there in a minute anyway. But at least I've got coffee now.
Oh Jesus.
And she's all like, because she totally doesn't know what's going on. She's all like, "I hope they bring dinner soon."
Oh,
I've got dinner. Don't worry. And I pull out another crusty roll covered in pocket soup.
And she grabs it and she's like, "Thanks, this is soft enough that I don't even have to worry about my dentures malfunctioning."
Oh God.
And it's still a little bit warm.
And she's like, "Did you ever find a proper sausage? You promised, no. Remember?"
Oh, I think you're a little too drunk for that by now, dear.
She kind of smacks in your direction, trying to be sexy, but she's nasty.
She hits my soup pocket.
Oh God. Nasty bastard. Oh.
All right, so I'm gonna I'm gonna be like very caring real quick and turn to her and say, "So your shitty son's dead, like for reals?"
Oh my God.
She's like, "What?"
Yeah, I think the kid killed him.
She just faints and falls off her chair.
Well, so much for questioning somebody, and I'm going to go back up to the study.
Oh, great. All right.
And I've forgotten the coffee urn already, but I still got a cup.
Wow. All right. I'm going to,
Okay.
now that I've checked the chicken, the only other thing that was worth checking was the wand. So I guess now I'll,
Okay.
again, check the wand to make sure it's not trapped. Doesn't have like a magical trap on it.
Okay, when you rolled earlier, you didn't sense anything. You just
Okay.
you
So
clean
we'll-
the dust off the plaque, and it says Dromage's first wand. You can do an Arcana check if you want to on it,
Yeah. I'll
or
do
a
an
history check, either one.
Yeah, I'll do an Arcana.
Okay.
Really? 8.
8.
Yeah.
It's a really old wand.
Yeah, it's a really old one. I know
It's a
absolutely
really
nothing
old
about that one. It's just old.
Yeah, and you still have the books you can look at,
Okay.
and the fish tank, and rug, and the chandelier. I think.
I'll start looking at the books.
Okay.
All right.
You,
Am I back in here yet?
Yep, you made it back in, and Jeffrey comes strolling back in, munching on his croissant with soup all over it.
Blech.
Sipping on some coffee.
Yeah.
I'm going to go over to the fish tank, I guess.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's-
fuck. That's terrible.
What'd
you get?
That's going to be a 6 for investigation on the fish tank.
what was it? I'm sorry.
6.
6. Yeah, it's got some
Investigation.
pretty fish in it swimming around.
Okay. I'm going to crinkle up one of these rolls and kind of sprinkle it on the top of the fish tank. To
Okay.
get them to
And the
eat.
fish start eating, and they're all excited.
Jeebus.
All right. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more on there.
Okay.
Oh, God.
And quite a bit more.
Oh, my God.
Driz notices
Like I'm
what you're
just-
doing, and he runs over. He's like, "Sir, no, sir. Those are Mr. Cornelius's fish friends. Don't do that. You'll kill them." And
He's dead. They will be too. He would have wanted it this way.
he's like, "No." And he like tries to kind of gently pull you away, like he has no strength at all, but he's like kind of grabs your arm and tries to tug you away like a little kid would.
And he's got soup all over him now.
Oh.
And like when he does that, this red liquid just pours from your pocket on him. He's like, "Oh my God!" And because he thinks it's blood because he's a kid.
Oh, damn it. You spilled my... I need you to go down to the kitchen immediately, young man, and bring up that pot of soup.
And he's like, and he just kind of gets in the corner in a thing, and he's rocking back and forth even worse now. He's basically like catatonic at this point.
Jeffrey, leave the kid alone.
He spilled the soup.
No soup. You're the one that put soup in your pocket like a dumbass.
Well, it should be safe there till some child tries to pickpocket you.
Well, if you put it in a bowl, you wouldn't have had to have worried about it.
They were out of them.
Okay, Katie,
Not anyone.
you want to do an
right.
investigation on the books for me?
That's a... Oh, 10. Ugh.
Okay. You're kind of searching through the books and you don't really find anything, but Sabella kind of comes up beside you and she's ruffling through them also. And you see her going through a book and a piece of paper kind of falls out of it onto the floor, but she doesn't notice.
Of course not. She's the worst assassin ever. All right. I'm going to reach down and pray that I don't touch her and pick up the piece of paper off the floor.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand.
19.
19.
Nice.
Okay, you grab that picture and you just are like just stretching, and you got it. And you kind of covertly look at it, and it's actually a magical kind of etching of two wizards. It looks
God.
to be a very younger version of Cornelius and Pathos. They have a wizarding school in the background, and Cornelius is holding a trophy, and it says #1 best in magic. And Pathos is kind of in the back, and he's sulking. And you notice that he looks a lot thinner in this picture. He's been hit hard over the years because he was rail thin.
Yeah. Jealousy will do horrible things to your body, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. Speaking of necromancy asshole, turn around and look to see what the fuck he's still doing to the body.
He's like back over at the body, and when he sees you like look at him, he kind of like stands back, almost like he was caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
What were you rifling through the dead body now?
I told you I was looking for clues, you stupid dwarf.
Clues. That's great. You've been through those pockets how many times? Same pockets, same things.
There's got to be something here.
Well, why don't you just strip the man naked while you're at it?
Diz,
Not
get
a
started.
bad idea.
No, leave the child out of this, Jeffrey. That kid's been through just hell. Leave the kid out.
He says he wants to
Or how
be a
about Jeffrey?
magician.
You know him so well. Why don't you go strip him down? You need new robes anyways.
Nah, his are too fancy.
Isabella like walks over to the body, and she kind of looks at Pathos, and she looks down the body, and she's like, why don't you at least have some respect? And she
Well, we weren't fucking him like you were, young lady.
well, you're fucking him over, that's for sure. And she kind of bends over, and she's like looks kind of sad, and she's like, you could at least pull him up from this horrible position. And she pulls the body back in the chair, and as she lifts him, you notice in his right hand there is a purple huge like gemstone.
Hey,
So while she was doing this, I turned to Pathos and say, she puts the ass in assassin, doesn't she?
oh God.
And he's kind of been staring at her ass as she does this, and he kind of like
He's like beat red.
he agrees. He kind of gives you the look like he agrees, but it's not very friendly. It's just like so.
Great. I look at her and I'm like, hey, twiddle tits. Your ex-boyfriend's got something in his hand. What the hell is that?
And she's like, I don't know. And Pathos is like, here, give it to me. Let me look.
Yeah, I bet you'd like that.
Jeffrey, dude, I hate you, but sometimes you make me laugh.
Katie, give me a perception check.
All right. Oh. 6.
Okay.
I see nothing. I see a wall.
I got a...
We both see a wall.
Yeah.
I got an 11.
Yep. Sabella like grabs this gem before Pathos can, and she's kind of looking at it, but she's like, I have no idea
Well,
what this is.
Why don't you hand it to somebody that actually knows magic?
Because I don't trust you.
All right,
Then hand it to the fat necromancing bastard. I don't care.
I don't trust him either, dwarf.
Well, if you don't know magic, then give it the fuck up.
I'm gonna do mage hand again and just like snatch it out of her hand.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey.
oh, we're actually gonna snatch it out of her hand instead of grabbing her ass.
Yeah, I'm just gonna steal that gem, and I rolled a 19 plus 1. So
Hey!
Okay. You totally snatch it out of her hand, and you recognize that the gem isn't really purple. It's really black, but there's a purple light emanating from inside of it. And are you going to take it in your hand, or are you just holding it in the mage hand?
I'm gonna hold it in mage hand, but I want to do
Okay.
Arcana check to see what kind of magic this is.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 19.
Hey!
Okay. This is. Lord, I thought they listed that. I think it is necrotic magic.
Okay, but like, what is it doing? Like, because Arcana should give me some sense of like what.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
basically, you recognize this as a version of what is called the magic jar spell. And you know that is, it's a vessel that is empty, and it removes and stores the soul of the first person who touches it.
The fucking soul
And,
gem.
and you know that if it's destroyed or if the spell is ended normally, it would leave the body dead. But this is kind of a different version than you're used to seeing.
Hmm.
So you don't really know if that would apply in this case.
What is it, Jeffrey?
It's like a soul stone from Diablo, the great game. Do you remember that? Or are you back in the day there were dungeon crawlers and this was a very popular one. There's a thing-
That's all you gotta tell me. Didn't have to go off into your own la la land. That's all you need.
Battle.net was really innovative for its time.
Okay.
Jeffrey.
Katie, roll me one more investigation check. Let's hope. If it's not high, we'll just have to.
21!
Okay.
Nice.
As you're fussing at Jeffrey, you still have this photo kind of in your hand, and you notice there's writing on the back of it.
Oh, lovely. All right. Jeffrey,
And,
keep that thing aloft. There's something on here.
and when you look at it, it says Roger and me 65.
Roger?
And when you say Roger, and Pathos sees that, he kind of bristles a little bit.
Dude, your name's fucking Roger? Oh.
So I just did a perception check and I got a 15. But what I want to do is like finally notice this fucking chicken.
Stuck to my fucking name.
Yeah, where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah.
I don't know. I picked up a jade chicken and it came
Yeah.
to life and now it's stuck.
Yeah, and it's not a normal
Oh.
chicken. It looks like a jade statue chicken. Like,
So in other words,
Acting
it's
like
a
a
giant
normal
jade
chicken.
cock that is stuck to my ankle. I'm not happy about it.
and she didn't even have to take a blue pill.
No, I didn't. Ah. Another one with a stiff cock. Great.
Do you think it's extra crispy or original recipe?
Oh.
But yeah, so I'm gonna have Mage Hand like move towards the ceiling, like basically playing keep away with this gem, and I'm gonna go over to look at that picture of Roger.
Okay. You walk over and you remember, like, you didn't attend the Wizarding Academy, but you
Oh hell
did.
no!
No, but you did meet Cornelius at that time, and that's kind of when y'all became buds. But you never met Pathos, but you do remember him talking about a Roger and how he was kind of a dick.
Oh, I
But you
remember
never
a Roger
physically-
now.
Yeah, you never physically
Oh.
met him where you would recognize him, but you do remember Cornelius mentioning about, he would often rant about this dick of a guy, Roger, that was always like second best.
Yeah, I say all that out loud, like so he can clearly hear me.
Ah.
And
So in other words, this
Pathos,
hasn't changed much. Got it.
And Pathos is like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not Roger.
Really,
You were
dude?
just discriminating against me because I'm a necromancer.
No, I'm pretty sure either you're Roger or you ate Roger.
He might have eaten him.
Looks
And
like you ate him.
And when you hold up the picture as evidence, he goes, ha! Cornelius locked. Oh, wait a minute. No. Sorry.
See, you can't even talk right. You don't even know what.
Talk right.
Can't even talk right. He goes, that sham artist Cornelius wouldn't be anyone if it weren't for me. When we were apprentices together, he copied my notes, and I'm pretty sure he stole my spell books. His fame has always been unearned, and it was time he paid the price. Killing's too good for him and too easily remedied by a quick trip to the nearest temple. So yes, I trapped his soul in this very spell that he was never able to properly learn, and I would have gotten away with it too had it not been for you meddling adventurers.
And our little cock too.
and at that at that he reaches to the front of his robes and he just rips them open. And all these bones fall out. And you notice underneath his robe, he's like this skinny paisley skinned dude with like underwear with skulls all on it.
Oh God.
And I whisper to Sabella and say, well, she wasn't kidding about the little cock comment.
Dude, put it away. Put it the fuck away. God, bunch of nasty bastards.
So
We get it.
Is Justin gone for the night?
Yeah.
He's got to go to work in early.
Sorry.
So his Stephen Thomas is still down in the kitchen.
Chomping away. All right, so let's do some initiative.
Oh, shit.
That's a 2.
12.
Okay. So he's out 2, 12. Okay. We got a 14. Wow. Okay. So the bones that he had fall out of his robe start to animate. And one of them becomes a humanoid skeleton. And the other one forms into a skeletal bat that starts flying magically kind of up in the air. And the humanoid skeleton is top of the order, and he is going to attack Jeffrey because I think Katie was kind of in the back. So
All right.
Let's see, because it's it's not a huge room, so I think everybody's going to have reach for everything pretty much. But, so he is going to attack you with his short sword, and that's a 20.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
Okay. And
not a natural 20, just a 20?
not natural, no.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. And he's going to do 4 damage.
Okay.
And as you are facing the skeleton coming at you, you hear a breathy whisper in your back, and Sabella says, I've been waiting to do this all night. And she tries to stab you with a short sword. So...
Oh, great. So those two are together. Yay.
And she got a natural 20.
Oh, damn, Jeffrey.
Damn.
All right. So let's see. She does sneak attack on her attack, so she gets an extra damage. So that's 11.
Jesus. All right.
All right. And now it is Pathos's turn. And let's see what he is going to do. I think he's going to go after Katie because she was the worst to him. And he is going to cast Ray of Sickness.
Great.
Okay. Oh, and he rolled not natural 20. So I'm thinking that hits, right?
Yes, unfortunately.
Okay. So you take 8 damage. That is poison damage. And make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Ugh. 10.
Okay. You are now poisoned for 1 round. Double check what that means.
Poison's
Disadvantage, right?
disadvantage.
Yeah.
On saving throws
Disadvantage
and
on
stuff, I
saving
think.
throws. Okay, and so now it is Katie's turn. It's your turn, Katie.
Oh, mine? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I didn't hear anything. That's why I was looking, going, crap, did my computer die?
No. So you guys,
All right.
ladies, the Bella has got Jeffrey skewered on some short swords. Pathos is there, and there's a bat and a skeleton.
Great. I know what I want to conjure. I just have to find the freaking spell. There it is. All right. All right. I'm going to cast Crown of Madness on fucking Roger.
Okay. So what does that do? One humanoid of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you for the duration. While the target is charmed in this way, a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on its head, and a madness grows in its eyes. The charmed target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. Okay. So, he got a 21.
All right, that goes against
Your spell save DC.
my spell.
Yep.
Just my spell DC?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That was wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn it. Well, damn it. You got a 21, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Damn it. That would have worked out really well if
That would have. That would have been awesome. I almost wish it would have worked.
All right.
Before her turn ends, can I use a free action to like make a motion with my hand that she'll understand as like get to cover real quick?
Sure. And you
Okay,
have
so I
your
do that.
movement, Katie.
Yeah.
You see Jeffrey like giving you the
I'm gonna try my. No, I should have more than enough movement because I have 25.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you haven't moved at all.
Get behind the construct. The construct that does the cleaning.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm gonna get behind that big bad motherfucker.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty. And it is Brian's turn.
All right. I'm gonna need to make everybody to make a. Well, how close is everything to me? I know Sabella's like all up on my ass because she's a dirty girl.
Honestly, this room is very small. It's probably like 30 foot, Everybody's within 30 foot of you, so.
Okay. Can I move in such a way to where I will be like at least 15 feet from as many things as possible? Like, so they're within 15 feet of me?
You were up by the fish tank, so I would say that Sabella and Pathos and the skeletons, all of them are within 15 feet of you. Katie was kind of on the other side, I think, if I'm picturing it right. So
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move whatever it takes to get a little bit closer to them so that
okay,
they're like. And Sabella should be like right up on me because she stabbed me in the back, right?
oh yeah.
Okay, so all those motherfuckers need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Cool.
Okay, Constitution. You know what? I'm gonna switch my dice because those are on fire. Okay, Sabella fails because she only got a 3. Patho's got a 4. The skeleton got a 17.
Okay, that's gonna pass.
Okay, and the bat got a nat 20.
Shit.
And poor Diz only got a 3.
Oh, that's right. I left Diz. I left Diz in the other corner.
Yeah, he's like catatonic, so yeah.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Poor kid.
So the ones that failed are going to take or get pushed 10 feet back.
Okay.
And I am casting this bad boy at a 3rd level spell slot. So that is going to be a shitload of D8. So that's 1, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be 11 thunder damage.
Okay.
And the ones that passed, they're going to take half that, so 5 damage.
Okay. Let me write all this down. Just give me a minute.
Yep. And anything unsecured, push 10 feet away from me as well.
Okay. So 5 to them. Okay, so sorry.
It's all right.
A lot of math. Let me see. Oh yeah. Okay. So you cast this spell and everything gets pushed back. The fish tank explodes basically to the floor. Water is everywhere. What type of damage was it?
Thunder damage.
Thunder. Okay. So that wouldn't be affected by the water. Okay. So the fish are everywhere. The armor automatically animates after this is done and moves away from you, Katie, to start cleaning up everything. Are they not prone, Brian, or are they just knocked away from you?
They're just pushed backwards from me.
Okay. So Sabella and Pathos are pushed back, and the skeleton and the bat are as well, correct?
No, they passed, so
Okay, so they're fine.
They're
Okay.
fine. They just take the half damage.
Okay, so the skeleton and the bat are looking a little rough after this. Not too bad. They're not bloodied or anything, but they're looking rough. Sabella and Pathos are looking a little rough too, but poor Diz is prone on the ground and he is out.
Cool. That's the safest place for him.
So you killed Diz.
Well, he's unconscious.
He's
Unless-
Yeah.
way negative, so he's gonna have to do some death saving throws. But he's
Yes.
worthless little shit boy, so I'm cool with that. Do you want me to roll for wild magic?
Yes, I do.
That's a 4. Close, but no
Close,
cigar.
but no cigar. I think we might edit it to make it more interesting. Make it like a little bit more,
You want me to roll all my d20s and see if any of them come up with a 1?
No. I was looking at like some alternate things people do that look kind of
'Cause,
fun.
I mean, I've got 7 of them here.
Okay. So
And then
It
I'm
is-
going to
Okay.
stay where I'm at because
because everything's kind of pushed back from you.
You're gonna stay where you're at?
yep,
Oh shit.
I think so. Why are you gonna like fuck me up on your next turn?
I'm gonna try not to.
All right, fine. I'm gonna move back like 10 feet.
10 feet. Okay.
Yep.
So you move back kind of by Katie, further away from
Yeah.
everything. Okay.
Yeah, and it looks like I'm just like moving away so the Roomba suit of armor can do his job.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. It's the bat's turn, and he is going to try to come at you guys, but let me see. Okay, but the armor is kind of in his way, and so he comes to fly at you, and the armor kind of bangs into him, and it doesn't damage him, but it stops his motion, and he can't quite reach you guys.
What a shitty bat.
And let's see. Okay, it is the skeleton and Lady Sabella's turn. Let's see. The skeleton speed is 30 and Sabella's speed is 30. Let me see if either of them get stopped. Okay. Neither of them get stopped by the armor that's in the way, and they are able to come over, and Sabella is going to attack you, Jeffrey, and the skeleton is probably going to attack Katie.
Great.
So
All right.
let's see. The skeleton. Oh man, he rolled a 2. So he goes to swing at you, Katie, and he gets kind of jostled a little bit in the slippery water on the floor, and he totally misses that swing. And Lady Sabella, like, she goes to hit you, Jeffrey, but unfortunately, like, her head is still ringing from that thunder damage you did earlier, and so she's a little off when she goes to swing her sword at you, and she misses completely as well
Sweet.
because she only got a 3, and I'm sure that doesn't hit. Let's see.
Nope.
So next up is Mr. Pathos. And let's see what fun stuff he can do.
Well, didn't he have that Crown of Madness on?
No, he passed that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he got a 21. Jesus.
Yeah. He's kind of a dick.
I told you I was beyond your mere abilities. I am awesome.
Sorry, dude, I got something for your ass. If I don't die first. The only drawback to being a wizard is I have no armor.
That's okay. I'm a tank, apparently. Took some pretty solid hits there. I'm still doing all right.
Oh.
Okay. He is like, I will teach you a lesson, dwarf, and he holds out his hand, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, Katie.
$18.
Oh yeah, you totally pass. Like you feel this necrotic energy like target your eyes, but then like you just blink it off and it dissipates.
Pew, 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 pew.
And he's just gonna kind of back up towards the door.
At the other end of the room.
Yeah.
From us?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna kind of back up. So he's probably about 30 feet from you guys now. So and now it is Katie's turn.
All right. Since he's at the other end of the room,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to cast Hunger of Hadar.
Nice.
Okay.
And it is a 20-foot radius, so I'm casting it where it's like on the wall, the ceiling, and the floor underneath him. We're like all around him. Yeah. I open a gateway, and let's see, open a gateway to a dark between the stars, 20-foot radius. Oh, what does he have to make? Oh, he doesn't.
I think
Any
you just
creature that starts
do
its
it,
turn in the
yeah.
area takes 2d6 cold damage. Any creature that ends its turn in the area must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 acid damage as milky, otherworldly tentacles rub against it.
All right.
It's tentacle porn.
Yes, it is.
So you cast it and it surrounds him, and like normally you would think somebody would be screaming in pain, but he actually is kind of looking like he's enjoying it a little too much.
Yeah, just like it's tentacle porn a little bit too much, but that's okay as long as it does damage.
Yeah. So just remind me next round to do all that, okay?
Yeah.
And it's probably
Dogs, move. All right, so we've got like a skeleton and Sabella like in front of us, right?
Yeah, right in our damn faces.
right. The bat is in the middle of the room. The skeleton and Sabella are right in your faces, and then Pathos is across the room in the dark sphere of tentacle porn.
Okay. All right, I've got an idea, but I don't know if you'll allow it, Sarah.
Okay.
So this spell, I can do a thing. Bonus action on each of my turns, I can change the direction of it. So if I cast it right now, would I have to wait till the next one to use that bonus action, or would I be able to do a bonus action like real quick after I cast this at him?
Yeah, let's say you can go ahead and do it. You're an old wizard. You have your wiles.
I'm a sorcerer, but thanks.
Sorry, it's getting late. You're an old sorcerer. Your wild magic has its wily ways.
I'm a sorcerer. I'm a wizard.
Okay, so since they're kind of in front of us, and I assume that me and Katie are kind of side by side.
Yeah, y'all are together.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Gust of Wind going from like left to right on the skeleton and Sabella.
Okay.
So they're gonna need to make a strength saving throw when they start their turn in that line. But what I wanted to do as a bonus action with that is once they fail those saves, change the direction to point the wind at the Hunger of Hadar, so that way like they're swept off and then blown into that thing.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
Okay. So that'll work. So they just kind of all go one way, and then they go another way, and then they're just blown back, and they hit Pathos, and there's just a tangle of legs and bones and pasty old men butt, because his underwear got knocked a little bit. And all these tentacles are just writhing. Now, do they have to do theirs next turn, right, though?
Yeah, all of them, because they're starting there. They will have to. They will take. Anyone that starts its turn in that area automatically takes 2d6 cold damage.
And it also, but the gust of wind damage happens on their turns too, right?
there's no damage, but it's a
It just
concentration
pushed them in
thing.
there.
Yeah, so they need to succeed on a strength save when it's their turn.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
To avoid being pushed against this. So
Okay.
that's what I'm going
Alright.
for.
All right. And I'm going to
And
say
that's my turn.
I'm going to say in all that whirlwind action, that poor little bat got caught up in all that. So he's probably pushed
Sweet.
back too because he was in the middle. So if they were thrown that way, then they would have caught him. Okay.
Nice.
And it is his turn. Okay, so tell me damage again, Katie. I'm sorry. 2d6.
2d6 cold damage for at the beginning of each one of their turns,
Okay.
and then they have to make a dexterity saving throw at the end of their turn.
So little bat dude gets thrown back into these tentacle of craziness, and like one wraps around him and he just freezes in place, kind of like liquid nitrogen style, and the tentacle kind of does a little grippy action and he just explodes and he's dead.
Sweet.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. And then let's see. So next up is the skeleton and Lady Sabella.
So do I need to roll for their damage since they have a higher?
Did you want to roll damage? I was rolling.
No. I'm just asking because if you're gonna roll it, have at it.
Okay. Yeah. So 2d6 for Lady Sabella. She's taking 7. And that puts her. Okay. And so this cold, like, just surrounds her body, and she looks like there's frost on her face and everything, and her teeth are chattering, and like she's still there, but she's looking real beat down. And then the skeleton dude. Okay, and the skeleton dude does the same thing as the bat. He freezes like liquid nitrogen, and the tentacles grasp him and pull him apart, and cold bones go everywhere.
Sweet.
All right, and then next up is Pathos.
Is Sabella going to make a
yeah,
saving throw?
Sabella. What is Sabella?
Has to make the dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
That's a strength one against the wind, and then a dex one against
Okay,
The
so
hunger.
the other thing.
she's gonna roll Dex first.
Okay.
And she got a 7, so I'm sure that doesn't do anything. And then strength. She got a 12, Brian.
That's not going to do it either.
Yeah. Okay. So she goes and like she's trying to be all cool and dexterous and get out of this, and she's an assassin, but that cold is just eating into her internally, and she can't move like she used to, and she fails miserably.
So what'd she get on the dexterity?
Dexterity.
7.
Yeah.
Oh, no, she didn't make that. So she takes an extra 2d6 of acid damage.
Oh, damn. Okay. Okay. So yeah, acid, like, okay, hold on. Okay, so let's see.
I like this spell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so acid like spews her in the face, and it starts eating away her flesh and like her eyes and everything, and she just starts screaming in pain. And she looks like one of those Martians or something, or They Live or whatever, where the skin's just peeled back, and like she kind of falls to her knees. She's still breathing, she's still alive, but like it's barely. Like y'all don't know how she's still there.
He's just like 1 hit point.
Basically. And then it's Pathos's turn, so he does 2d6, right?
Yep, 2d6 cold damage.
9. Okay. So that is... Okay. Okay, so that hurts him. He gets cold, and you can see his teeth chattering, that frost doesn't really form on him. And then he's going to do his deck save is for the
acid.
thing.
That's
His turn.
Yep. That's at the
Okay,
end of his turn
dex.
for the hunger thing.
Oh, it's at the end of the turn?
Yeah, for the
Okay.
deck save.
Now, and for the gust of wind, right?
Gust of Wind's a strength saving throw.
Strength save at the end of his turn or at the beginning?
At the beginning.
Okay. So let's do that one. 13. Does he add anything? 12.
Not gonna do it.
Okay. So let's see what he can do. He is going to cast. Okay. So he is actually going to cast Vampiric Touch on Lady Sabella because he has to be able to touch her, and she's right there.
Yeah, now that she's got her face melting money shot, he's all,
Exactly.
touch that.
You don't know
dirty,
him.
Dirty
You don't know his
fucking
life.
Roger. Roger's
He's
a
a-
dirty bird.
He's a necromancer. You don't know his life. Come on now. Okay, so let's see. So he's going to make a melee spell attack. Okay. Got a 15. Okay, so that hits. So she takes.
As a reaction, I'm gonna do fucking counterspell.
Oh, snap! Okay. Does that have any?
Let's see. Process it. If the creature is casting a spell of 3rd level or lower.
This
Okay,
is a
so-
3rd level spell, so.
Okay. The spell fails and has no effect. If it's 4th level or higher, it has to do a check. So if it's
Okay. Yeah, so it fails.
3rd level or lower, fuck yeah.
So like you go and you see his hand turn this sickly green color, and he's reaching out to Lady Sabella, and he grasps her, and right when he grasps her, Jeffrey's like, "Oh no, you don't!" And he reaches out his hand, and the green energy just dissipates. And Roger's like, "No, no."
Oh, way to go,
Oh,
Jeffrey!
yeah.
Nasty bastard.
Okay, so
Yeah,
let's do this.
I give you a high five over there. Yeah, now you've got a mushed croissant with soup in your hand.
Okay. And he
But
rolled 12 for his dex save against your spell DC or whatever. Okay, so that's 2 acidic damage.
God, he
2
missed it
D6. Okay, 7. God, I gotta do math again.
Sorry.
That's fine. Okay, so he is hit with this acid, and it hits him on his arm, and it eats it away to the bone, and he is bloody. Yeah, he is very bloody. So, and now we're back to Katie's turn.
There's nothing I can do. I have to
You're
hold
just
this
concentrating.
Yep.
Well, while you're concentrating, can't you cast like a cantrip or something? Or is that not right?
No.
Only if it says she can do something as a bonus action.
Oh,
No,
that's
it
right.
says
You
that it's
don't
a
have-
concentration up to 1 minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she's got to hold that.
Yeah, I've got to hold the spell.
Okay, Brian.
The only thing I can do is like
So
go
I'm
pick
Jeffrey is up.
Yeah, I'm still concentrating on my gust of wind, but I do have 2 daggers in my belt. Can I just like with one hand take those and like put them into the gust of wind?
Oh.
You can. I would say that you would. I'm trying to think. Because you could do that and it would go in that direction, but you wouldn't really be able to control exactly where it landed.
Right,
Very
right.
well.
I just want to kind of like give it a lucky spin.
Yeah.
So how do you want to do that if that will work?
Put it at I don't. How do you? Yeah.
Let's do a percentile dice.
Okay.
Because you're focused on that area. So let's
All right.
say, like, if it's going from 100, like, we'll give you a 60% chance of hitting somebody. Well, let's say 75 because you're probably going to hit something. So,
No,
Okay.
what?
yeah.
One.
Double zeros, that's 100, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yes.
So I'm going to say you're going to hit them both. So roll damage.
Okay, what are daggers again? Is that D4?
1d4, I think.
Is it a D4 or D6? I can't
It's
remember.
one of the two. I want to say a d4, but I may be wrong.
Yeah, I think that's right. And let me just double check. I should have written that
Yeah.
shit down.
This is making up for all of our.
Yeah. So that's 1d4. So one for each of them.
Yep. Just tell me who you're hitting and when.
Get Roger.
All right, so I rolled 2 on both of them. So
Okay.
So both daggers are gonna do 2 damage, but I want to hit both of them.
Okay.
What do you-
So you throw these daggers, and one of them hits Lady Sibel like right in the eye socket. It just zooms straight for her, goes right through her, what's left of her eye socket, and she falls down dead.
Sweet.
And the other one is sailing through the air, and it sinks into like Roger. Basically, it sinks like it like cuts through his mouth like this, and
Dude.
makes him have like a Joker smile going on.
Aw.
Yeah, and he's looking really rough.
I just look over to Jeffrey and I'm like, Thomas is gonna be so pissed that you killed this piece of ass.
And after he does this, Jeffrey just goes and double guns.
Double guns. Then I turn to Katie and say, "Well, at least he's still got that painting, and it looks like it's been custom made for that sort of use. So Thomas still has a,
Let's not go there.
Okay.
if you know what I mean."
Yeah. Let's not go there. Oh, that is
All
one
right, so that's my turn.
sick fucking gnome.
Okay, so it's Pathos's turn, and he's going to take 2d6, right?
Yep. 2d6 cold.
Okay. That is 3. So he starts getting really frozen. And he kind of falls over, but he is still breathing.
All right.
So-
Well, yeah, it's whatever he does during his turn to try and.
Let's see. He's going to roll. He rolled a 19 for the gust of wind thing.
Okay.
So I guess he somehow, when he fell down, and
now he's below the
was
gust of
underneath
wind.
it.
Go over his head.
Okay, and then I'm rolling
works.
for the acid damage. He rolled a 9.
Nope.
Yeah, so this is
2d6 acid damage.
5. Oh yeah, so the acid just kind of spews on him, and it just eats his chest all the way through, and there's just like rib bones sticking out.
Big old acid tentacle just went right through his chest, curled around him, and just dragged him down.
Yeah.
Into the hole.
Ugh. Nice.
And he is dead. Now the sad news is that I have one more death save for Mr. Diz, and I rolled 4s on each of the last 2. So this is his last one.
I don't think anybody's upset by that.
No, but at the same time, shit, poor kid.
Okay, he passed that one. So does anybody want to give the poor kid medical attention?
I'm gonna close the hole of hunger, so that way it just
Fuck.
eats the 2 of them inside the hole.
Yeah.
I don't want any body cleanup. Just let the tentacle monsters have them.
All
Those
right. And they kind
I
of
was
give you a
gonna-
thumbs up as they.
Yeah. They're like,
I was kind of thinking of using gust of wind to blast Diz into that hole, but
no, I close the hole and I'll go
Alright.
I'll go do lay on hands on Diz.
Okay.
all right, I'll stop doing gust of wind then.
Thank you.
Okay. So you heal Diz, and he kind of blinks his eyes, and he's like,
He has like 1 hit point.
yeah. He's like, ma'am, you saved me. I pledge you my life. I will change your chamber pots and warm them all the days that is long. And you don't even have to teach me magic. I am yours, my lady.
Stop. Diz. Just stop.
I'd pick up one of my daggers and like offer it to her. Like, you could get rid of his tongue pretty easy.
Oh, believe me, that is tempting. That is tempting. Can you stand?
Yeah, I think so, ma'am.
All right.
I can stand to follow you anywhere you may go.
I need you to get up, go down to the kitchen, and stay with the idiot with no nose until we come get you.
Oh, all right, ma'am.
Go.
Yes, ma'am. And he shuffles off.
All right, let's fill your pockets and let's get the fuck out of here.
And you still have the soul gem up in your mage hand, by the way.
Come back here with that.
Okay, so yeah, I'll let that drop and it
Yeah.
falls to the floor.
Don't.
Oh, does it?
Yep.
I'm not touching that thing. I know what a soul
Okay.
does.
Does it shatter when it falls to the floor? Because that's
That's
kind of what I was
what
hoping for.
That's what I'm seeing right now. It does not. It hits the floor and it dings, and then it bounces and kind of
Okay.
rolls.
Really, Jeffrey, it's your friend's soul. Are you trying to kill your friend?
Oh, I barely remember him.
Why the fuck did we even come here?
I don't know. You got that invitation. I thought you wanted to go.
This fucker's older than you.
Who? Well, it's probably past his time then.
You want to put your friend's soul back or not? 'Cause at this point, I'm starting to not give a shit anymore.
Yeah, fine. All right, so I'm gonna pick it up with my hands.
You pick it up, and you can kind of sense Cornelius's soul within it, and you can't really speak with him through it, but you can sense that he's in there, and you can also sense that you now have access to his firebolt spell as a bonus action.
I dropped that shit real fucking quick.
I'm like,
Okay, you drop it hard, so let's do another quick percentile.
No, I caught it. I was trying to catch it.
Oh, no, it's fine. You caught it. And as you catch it, you can kind of sense that there is a presence within, and you can also sense that while you possess it, you have this firebolt spell as a bonus action. But you also know that with the magic jar spell, if you don't find a way to preserve the body, if it rots or decays in any way, then there will be no returning the soul to the body.
Jeffrey, how do we
So.
put what's in here back in there?
Must have win.
No, Jeffrey. No.
Because I wasn't very concerned about the dead guy, to be honest.
I know.
The spell does say that, like, inanimate objects and stuff like that is just kind of like pushed with everything.
Great.
Oh yeah.
Right, so I somehow missed the guy's body. Cool.
Yeah. How do we put
I was gonna
his
say, but now you have a
back in his body? How do we?
listen. It's got like a bonus action spell that you could just have as long as you've got that thing.
It's weekend at Bernie's.
Firebolt.
Oh, you've already.
This is not a new spell for
All
me.
right.
Yeah,
Give it to
but
the
it is
kid.
a
He doesn't know
bonus.
shit.
It is a bonus action spell.
Yeah.
What, do I give the soul to the kid because this man literally tortured him and probably ass raped him on a regular basis?
Isn't that justice? Now the kid's responsible for his soul. He can do whatever he wants.
That does mean that we're stuck with the kid.
Well, one of us is.
Keep it up, and this jade cock is going up your ass.
Yeah, Katie now has a jade chicken and a small wizard intern.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the thing is, Thomas is still in the kitchen babysitting this kid. We could go.
You're right. And I'm not being
We
stuck
could
alone with
just
you yet.
leave.
No.
Yeah, but we got
How-
to check on the gator.
What?
There's an alligator.
Your
We gotta go get
friends
him.
back in the tavern that are sick.
Yeah.
So Thomas can watch the kid.
So
We go back to
basically,
the end.
y'all are in the study with Cornelius's dead body. All the other people have disappeared except for Mrs. Owlbear, who's passed out, on the floor in the banquet room. And Justin and Diz are in the kitchen trying to eat some food.
Yeah.
All right, so we have to preserve this body, you said?
If you want to attempt to put the soul back into it, you'll have to preserve it in some manner. Because if it
Jeffrey.
starts to rot, you know that there's no going back. So
Jeffrey, you knew this dude. Is it worth putting his fuck soul back in his fuck body?
Not to me. I don't really care.
And Katie, you do know this now that you hear his name. Like, this guy is famous. Like, he is a big deal wizard. Like,
I heard about him in school, didn't I?
oh, you've heard about him everywhere. He is like the dude, one of the dudes.
But is he the dude that's a douche, or just the dude?
He's pretty douchey,
like-
but like he's
Yeah, he's the guy you call when the world's about to end.
he's
with
pretty.
all those stupid party tricks in his freaking pocket.
Yes, he's like the weird, eccentric guy that everybody puts up with because he's the guy you call when your ass is on the line.
Great. So I've got to put this douche's freaking soul back in his body. Great. How do we?
So I'm going to cast Ray of Frost on the body.
Okay.
So
you kind of
nat 20.
there you go. So he freezes the body. It looks like Han Solo, in carbonite.
In carbonite, yeah.
Basically.
Okay, why did you do that, Jeffrey?
Preserve.
Why did you just freeze the corpse?
And
Cornsicle, get it?
Don't give me that, Jeffrey. Why did you just freeze it?
Because you have to preserve the body to put the soul back. Or
So
some
in other
shit.
words, you don't know how to put the soul back?
because he's going to eat him.
Saving that for later. I'm not a necromancer. I don't know these things. Hey, maybe there's a book over there. Can I inspect the bookshelf?
You
I'll-
can.
I'll go check the bookshelf too.
Okay, I got a 13 investigation on the bookshelf.
Okay. You do see a book called Advanced Studies in Necromancy, and you pull it out, and you notice that it is basically a textbook from Mirala's School for Aspiring Wizards, and It looks like there's notes all over it, but there's two different handwritings. One is neat and organized, and the other one is very flamboyant and messy. And you instantly recognize that as Cornelius's. And it's clear that the second set of notes were written over and comment upon the first set. So
Was this his book from school?
yes. And upon closer inspection, you notice that the cover, the little name on the cover says Roger Pistrini. And there's a note next to the magic jar spell in Cornelius's handwriting in big letters. It says, reminder, get Roger to explain how the hell this spell works. # charm person.
His name's Pastrami. Roger Pastrami.
Pastrami? What are you doing, Jeffrey?
I'm reading the book, and it says Roger's last name is Pastrami.
Seriously?
Katie.
Yeah, look at this. And I show her the book.
Holy crap.
Was.
Okay.
Yeah, I leave her with the book to see if she can make sense of that, and I'm going to look for a yearbook to see if I can find this Pastrami guy.
So in other words, this is big sausage. That's great.
It's an 8 investigation, so I'm guessing I'm not going to find the yearbook.
No, you don't. But you do find like a book of different pranks you could play on people, like, you know, the dove trick or the, you know, flowers in the sleeve, and showing you how to do all that stupid magic that, you know.
All right, yeah, I'm going to keep that one.
Okay.
I'm reading the soul gem, or
Okay.
I'm reading the spell to see, because there's always something attached to the spell in a spell book of how to do the spell and then how to revert the spell. So that's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Where did you hear that nonsense? I've never heard of that before.
Give me a wisdom. Give me actually give me like a history check. You're a wizard.
I'm a wizard.
Damn it, Harry.
22.
Okay. So you get the sense that this is the magic jar spell, but that spell normally would have ended when Pathos was killed or if you crushed the gem. But since it didn't, you know that Roger has made his own little version of it that's different from everybody else. You also know, being a wizard, that the name that Cornelius mentioned earlier in the recording about sending the tube of hog shit to the guy, Omeron, that is like the big time necromancer in the world. Like,
yeah, I know of him.
Yeah, he is like equal to Cornelius. He's the dude you call when shit hits the fan. And he is a necromancer, but he's not a bad guy. Like,
no, growing up in Wildmount, I would have known that name.
Yeah, he's not evil. He's very stoic and stern, as opposed to Cornelius being a prankster and a party guy. So they didn't get along at all, and he really doesn't like the guy, but like, he is a good guy. Like, he could help y'all if you could persuade him, and if he didn't hold a grudge for the hog shit that was just delivered to his door.
So in other words, Dick Sausage didn't write any notes in this book where that spell was, any small notes or anything that would have ended up in his spell book later on.
You get a sense that this was his school book that was taken by Cornelius and never returned. So if he did continue his stuff with the magic jar, it is not in this version.
And Pathos's body is completely gone, so we can't just grab his spell book that he had.
I know. Okay, I know, Jeffrey. I know. Didn't want to clean up his dead body, sucked his soul into the dimension. Got it.
Yeah, wizards have to have a book to learn magic. It's not just
I
magic.
will say, like, given insight, you kind of get the idea that maybe Diz would know where the invitation was sent, so you would kind of know where Pathos's lair was if you want to go search his home, but No
We
guarantees.
didn't kill him. Did we kill Diz?
No,
No.
Diz is in there with Justin, chilling and eating soup, getting his
I
health on.
sent Diz down to be with Thomas.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, Diz is like, yeah.
As long
He
as
is-
Diz has his mouth full of food, he's not going to annoy Thomas, and Thomas won't kill him.
He pledged his life to Katie over there, so.
So how about this? We put his body somewhere where it's going to stay frozen,
Okay.
and you keep that soul stone around. That way, in case we actually do need a really powerful wizard, then we'll figure this shit out and bring him back. But I see no need to really rush things. Do you?
Fine. We just need to. We're going to have to make a trip to Wildmount.
Because I definitely don't want to talk to that kid again.
No, neither do I right now. Let him shove his face full of food and let him be Thomas's problem for a minute.
That's what I'm talking about.
We will have to go get both of them so we can go home.
Shit.
Doesn't mean it
Do
has to be
you-
right away.
Do you know Pass Without a Trace? Because I think we could get Thomas out of this.
Believe me, we get to Wildmount, I'm dropping the kid off at the school and let him be a wizard the right way. And if he's in school, guess what? He's not our problem anymore. Hence our eagerness to get to Wildmount.
Oh, fine. Do the right thing, I guess.
I really hate all of you sometimes.
This went so well. It was hilarious.
That's okay. Next time we play with these characters, Thomas will be the one taking care of that kid for a while.
Oh, that kid's gonna love
Yeah.
you though. That is like your
Yeah.
little, what was Indiana Jones, the little kid that's like Indy.
No, short round.
Yeah,
Short round, yeah. You got your own little short round there.
yeah.
Yeah, he reminded me more of the adoring fan from Oblivion.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
going
yeah.
for
the stuff that just followed you.
I was going for like Angus, but like not
Yeah.
as capable.
I think that worked out well. He definitely wasn't capable.
No. And
Yeah.
I'll have to add up. I got your experience from last time. None of y'all leveled, but I will add this to it and see what happens. But I'm not going to do it right now because I'm lazy. But I'll let y'all know.
If we use these characters again, which these characters are probably going to be our one-shot characters.
Yeah, I think this is going pretty fun. So unless y'all
Yeah,
want to switch it up, but I like it.
I enjoy them,
I'm
and I
enjoying
think they've got
very much.
they've got a pretty good rapport. That's just
Yeah.
like driving each other crazy constantly.
Yes.
So that works.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Bear's gonna love that one. All of a sudden being stuck with that kid at the very beginning of the next game.
We killed the chick that you banged, and now you have a kid. So that's good times.
Somehow I ended up with a jade cop.
Jeffrey almost got laid.
Yeah.
He came so close.
Yeah,
But
So
food-
close.
and then completely forgot what he was doing.
In all honesty, she's still there, passed out on the floors.
Very true. We haven't left yet, so
You might
No,
still get.
I've forgotten down there. Like I'll remember eventually because at some point I'll realize I never got that coffee.
Yep.
And then I'll remember that she's there, but it'll be too late.
Yeah.
So.
and yeah, we're still gonna have to stow the body in like a cold cellar or something. It's-
Like a glacier somewhere and just drop her there.
oh god.
drop Cornelius's body there.
Oh god. Oh jeebus.
Or like an ice cave, like something.
You could make
Meat
one
locker.
in a dimension door.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah.
Something that'll just preserve his body in case we need him.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he sounds like the most annoying guy in the world to hang out with.
Yeah.
Well, I
He's
mean,
like
he
the
did.
cutest dude ever.
You've got to
Yeah.
see, you know, who did he invite to his birthday party? A dude from school that doesn't like him, his godmother, a dude he hasn't talked to since he was in high school, and then his ex-girlfriend. So
Yeah, this old hermit that like barely even remembers him.
he isn't
Ugh.
exactly the man of the hour.
Yeah,
Oh,
like he's
what?
super smart, super powerful, but God, he's annoying.
Yeah,
He's a douche.
exactly. He's like the got you nose
Yeah.
guy, you know.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing like because of all the pranks and magic, I'm picturing Joe Bluth from Arrested Development,
Oh
Oh,
God.
that would be perfect.
just constant,
That.
like the lighter fluid and the pennies, like all the time.
Yep.
That is perfect.
That is him.
That's who I'm thinking.
That's who he is. Only older with a gray beard. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Just older, which makes it even more annoying.
exactly.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
That
was
was actually Acquisitions Inc. did that at PAX East. It was one of their little things. So if y'all
Oh, was it?
listen to that, you'll probably catch it. It was pretty fun. They skipped a lot of the clues though. They just went straight to murdering. But
Yeah, because I've only got like 12 episodes that I can download, and
yeah.
that wasn't
I
one
was-
of them.
Yeah, I don't know if I know it was on, you know, Twitch or whatever and YouTube, but I don't know. I don't know if they had it on their podcast.
Yeah, that makes more sense because like the podcast just like it starts and you're
Yeah.
already in the middle of a thing, and they don't ever introduce themselves.
I
So
know.
I didn't notice
Oh.
that was Patrick Rothfuss till like episode 12 when they announce it at a live show, and I was like, oh no shit.
Oh, I don't even know who that
There's
is.
a famous author that wrote The Name of the Wind and a bunch of other things.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no idea that he was even playing it.
and he
Yeah.
also plays on Critical Role.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
so
Yeah, Bear loves his books, and every time he sees him on Critical Role or playing any of the other games, he's like, "Stop fucking playing D&D and write your goddamn book."
they actually made a joke on one of those episodes, like because Rothfuss like just kept getting away with like these ridiculous like ideas and roles, and they were just like, Pat, what the fuck kind of like photographs or dirt do you have on our DM? Like everything you're doing, you get away with. At some
So
point,
that-
he does something else ridiculous, and one of the other guys was like, "Yeah, whatever helps you write your fucking book." And
So
the whole
that
crowd went,
Yes.
"Oh."
That makes more sense because one of the dudes was playing, and I always say this wrong, but Drizzt, is that the dude's name from
Yeah.
the drow from the books? And they were talking about, and they were like, "Yeah, you just want to get in on his books," and they're like, you know, and talking about some people write books too, and all this stuff. And I didn't get the joke, but now I do.
Yeah, and
Role too,
like
talking about going
Yeah,
through books, like they were all looking, and they're like, "We're looking for the third book in the Rothman trilogy, and it's just not fucking here."
I've got to read that now. I haven't read those. So
Yeah.
I've heard
Wise
they're really good.
Years and The Name of the Wind.
Name of the Wind. I've heard those recommended. I just hadn't got to
Yeah.
them.
There's a little like skinny book that he's done.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a prologue for one of the characters, but I can't remember what that one's called.
My book list is very long on reading. I've been doing more DM stuff.
No, all of our books lists are freaking huge. We will never, ever, none of us will be able to read all the books we want to read.
Mhm.
Especially because I'll like decide to go and reread a series that's 15 books long.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh yeah, I missed those guys. Let's start this one over again. So
Yeah, I don't know how many times I've reread the whole Dark Tower series, including all the extra little books, and it's like, oh crap, I'm 8 books in.
See, I need to read that. I heard it's good, but I haven't got to that either.
yeah.
Yeah, I have all 9.
I have like
including the little minis.
I have so many of those little plastic